good to go. Well, the post the short post I put on Blue Sky as well as the going live message is taking a while to send, but otherwise it's fine. We are ready tonight, though. My eye is perpetually fucking itchy thanks to allergies. Thank you. Thank you, it being April. Appreciate it. I did take some Benadryl, and I have some gamer stuff, so my body is going to be operating all kinds of fucking weird. Let me tell you. Like, goddamn. Also, sorry about the fan going on, but at this point now, you're gonna be hearing it go off because, well, it is that fucking hot, and I cannot stand the heat. But Lucky, you keep saying you live in Las Vegas. Can't you handle the heat when you raising it? Yes. I'm still a fucking... I still don't like it. My genetics are made specifically for cold, overcast weather. Also, I worked out earlier today, so my body heat is just naturally higher. But we are here, but we're ready to play Nikke tonight because, well, you will get to see. Just... Okay, I don't know why the game... Maybe it's because it's taking a bit for the game to launch. Maybe that's the case. Come on, Nikke. There it is. But OBS is not picking it up. Why is it not? Okay, if I change that to the Nikke launcher, it doesn't show that, but if I switch it back to Nikke... Yeah, no, it's not capturing it. I even ran this as admin. Oh, wait, no, I didn't because I updated it. Right. It's fine. I can do display capture. I just have to remember to turn that off. I just have to remember to turn that off. And everything. Oh my god, it took a full, 5 minutes for my dual message to go, to get sent on Blue Sky. Holy shit. Okay. We are now ready to go.
Goddess of Victory, Nikke.
So, first of all, I wanted to show what I now have for my team. I am rocking 324,000 power. A sizable 9,000 increase from last stream. And that is thanks to having Helm's favorite item fully completed. And her having 3 pieces of overload here. Oh wait, hang on. Let me move myself. I don't know what that is. I think that's... There we go. Yeah, she's got 3 overload now. I have yet to get some Elysian attacker boots. Not even double checking. Yeah, the only Elysian attacker boots I've ever gotten were for Rappy. Way back in fucking New Year's. I have not gotten a I have not yet gotten any Elysian attacker boots, which is a shame. But I'm going to be trying to follow the model you have for your team, Nara, on... have you seen her damage with max item? I've not seen her damage. I've seen her healing. Because I specifically got her... got her favorite item finished today. And then I took it into Anomaly Harvester. And I was like, oh wait, hang on, why is the healing not happening? And then I double checked her burst, and it's when she bursts, she does the healing. As restoration. So I had not considered, so like I have not been thinking of her damage, but I will be following the model Nara has for their team of like having the burst cycle be Red Hood as a burst one twice, and then Rappy, and then Helm and... But we can start off this stream with a little bit of gacha. I still have 25 tickets for Crust, but I don't want to spend too many on her because of Siren coming up. Red Hood tech works unless it's a long fight. Yeah, that, like, I'm doing this specifically for the campaign fights, but for, like, Anomaly Interception, it's gonna be, you know, like, closer to, you know, Rappy as a burst 1, and then it's Red Hood and one of the burst 3 is the burst 3 damage, and Helm as the healer. But I do have a little bit of gacha right now. Doing the affinity point pull, and we'll do... I don't want to spend all my tickets on Crust, but I can do at least one more 10 pull on her. But let's get this first here. Wabam! Every single time, the first 10 pull when I go wabam, it works. Every single time. Is this someone I haven't gotten before? Tetra. Oh, Folkvang.
Wow! You're like a human refrigerator. Can I hold you for a while?
Alright, well now I have Folkvang. I have no idea. I don't even know what she does, but cool. What are your skills? So you're a Tetra Defender. Shield, highest attack people. Increase HP restoration. Taunt, max HP increase. Oh, you're actually decent for PvP. I actually used up all my Tetra Defender pieces. I do have a Tetra Defender headpiece I can give you. But yeah, I've already invested 20 pulls into Crust, but I really want her because look at her. She is so fucking cute. So, we'll at least see if this 10 pull does it. Streamer luck and all that. And... whabam! Damn it. Okay. 30 pulls put into Crust. She'll get put on the standard banner. I'm not gonna go crazy over that.
Saw teeth, entire build.
Take as much time as you like.
And I won't even have enough of these to get to 50 for another one. Unfortunate. Hey, at least I got someone new with Folkvang. We get even more blue SBs. No point in trying to trade it in for Core Dust right now because I do not have enough between all of them to really get another level in. But we're here for the campaign. Last time, when we
Here I go.
were exploring through the city, Fragile finally learned about who Liverin's correspondence was. Sixo, who was one of the worst crime, like one of the most notorious crime bosses in the Outer Rim. So bad that Fragile and Liverin set up a suicide pact to where if either of them worked for 6-0 again. But because the rest of us were here, we managed to stop her. And we had a very intense scene with Rappy holding Fragile down. White City scenario version.
Proceeding to target. Alright, route them in their entirety. Yes?
Yeah, look at this. I now have only like a 21k power deficit.
Come on, let's go.
I'll be able to get through this, no problemo.
Enemy spotted. Engaging.
Oh, fantastic. Well, at the very least now I will be entirely capable.
Down with those who would threaten the
Show
kingdom.
them no quarter.
And I will entirely be capable of autoing this for a while. Autoing these fights.
Down with those who would threaten the
Show
kingdom.
them no quarter. How heavy your burden has been.
And honestly, once I get Cinderella her overload lines, I'll feel comfortable enough getting into the next couple lost sectors.
Show them no quarter.
Why don't they just develop something like an incident magazine? I don't know. I was just getting into the groove.
This is also going to be a really good showcase of what the damage spread is going to be looking like for everybody.
Down with those who would threaten the kingdom. Keep the momentum going.
Because this is being... Your stream froze?
The hour of retribution draws near.
First of all, Snackies, don't address me, but... First of all, Snackies, you know what to call me. Secondly, you're lying.
Sorry. Down with those who would threaten the kingdom. Fire!
I'm looking at myself on Twitch right now. I did not freeze.
Better reload.
As long as we're together, I will
So what was the
never
damage spread? Problem on your end, yeah. Oh my fucking god, hell. Holy shit! Her damage went insane-o style. Yeah, you did say so, Precursor. You did. Like, I didn't know what to expect. There's a lot of names in the world. Yes, there is. But there's a... Like, if I was gonna just be streaming as me, I wouldn't have my username and be a VTuber. But yeah, like, seriously... But, like, I was not expecting... I knew Helm was gonna do a good amount of damage because of her favorite item. I was not expecting her to go this fucking crazy. 38 million damage. Like, Rappy as a burst 1 already does a shit ton of damage. I knew that. But Helm's still going that crazy, and Scarlet being at 26 million, and Red Hood is mainly a burst 1 roll at 30 million? Like, goddamn. This team comp goes... You came to bother me? Of course... I mean, that's what you always do when you come into the stream. You always try and mess with me.
Then let's go.
Not there.
Want more ads to turn your pre-rolls off? I do! I do! Wait, you even admit...
Which of you scornful
I run 3 minutes of ads every hour, starting on the half-hour mark, and that is enough to get rid of all the pre-rolls.
Down with those who would
And I know you saying that you experienced them is just you messing with me again.
develop something
To send me on a little goose chase to, like, think, did it change or anything? I know that's what we're doing. 3-minute pre-roll? You did not get a 3-minute pre-roll.
I was just getting into the groove.
How heavy your burden has been.
With this, we're one step closer to our dream.
On this, I am not messing with you. One moment. Ads. Look right here. Look right here. 3 minutes of ads run per hour. Pre-roll ads for incoming viewers fully disabled. Run 3 minutes of mid-roll ads per hour during your stream to fully disabled pre-rolls. At that point, that's on you. Well, not necessarily on you as in your choice, but at that point, that is for you to resolve. Wait a second, hang on.
Here I go.
Okay, I could not go here, but I don't know if I picked up any stuff over here. Did your ads run recently? No, they're gonna... No, they start at the half-hour mark. What are your thoughts on the new girls, Egg, Hammering, and Liverin? Well, L-Egg, I've not felt as new because, you know, like, I've gotten her, and I've seen her be mentioned in plenty of other events. But I do love how just excited she is, and how into everything she does is. It's very endearing, very charming. Hammering, very cool. I like her. She's very sweet. And I hope that she's gonna live, but I don't think she will. And Liverin, I knew she was sus. I knew she was sus. But she is just a bit of a girl failure who's been in a bad strait, so I get it. On desktop. It's on mobile, they may be enforced by the app, not the streamer.
Alright.
I don't know that much, but...
Coming.
like...
Alright, not there. I knew that.
But while your ads are running on pre-roll,
My blade shall not...
I don't know! I don't know, okay? I've taken literally every single step to...
I've got this.
Let me explain, okay.
Down with those who would threaten the
Show
kingdom.
them no quarter. As long as we're together, I will never fall.
Also my eye. Fuck. This Benadryl needs to fucking kick in.
Alright, not there. I knew that.
Are there any pickups around
Not there.
that I missed?
I knew that.
Come on, let's go.
Hi, Silver Witch. How are you?
Come on,
Have you
let's
been
go.
doing well?
Alright, moving in.
I hope that things have not been too stressful with organizing the collab because I'm very much looking forward to it. I actually saw one of my other streamer friends play Repo last night. I didn't watch too much to get the full grasp because I want to go in knowing as little about it as possible. But it was a hilarious experience watching them go through it. So I'm very much looking forward to the idea of what it's going to be like doing a collab like that myself, cause I've done only a handful of collabs in my entirety of streaming. I've run 2 one-shots for Halloween. I've been doing a Rogue Trader collab with Argent. And that's it. Pre-rolls are running because your first round of ads starts 30 minutes into stream, whereas other streamers run them early to avoid pre-rolls for the rest of the stream.
Down with those who would threaten the
Show
kingdom.
them no quarter.
Why don't they just develop something like
Target
an
clear.
internet magazine?
Let me quickly check.
Securing victory for their subjects is a king's duty.
No collab setup, been good, been busy with setting up debut. Right, yeah. Obviously, I already had the sentiment of I'm wanting to raid into you. Yeah, I know where the ad delays are, Snackies. I already know where they are. I set them to the farthest point they could be because, well, I want people to experience ads as little as possible. Sorry, Twitch. Surprise, surprise. Streamer doesn't like running ads. Yeah, but as I said, Silverwitch, I already had the sentiment of wanting to raid into you, but that's when the call out is going to be happening. I will try and at the very least give you a lurk on Thursday, because I
About
do
them
play
in there
D&D on
entirely.
Thursdays.
Proceeding to target.
Your first ad delay setting at 30 pre-rolls will exist prior to the first round of automatically running. You see, I don't disbelieve you,
Engaging.
but considering I have not heard a single thing from literally any other person who has come to chat in my chat before then, I find it hard to believe. Not because of any malice on you, but because circumstances have not given me the information for it. However, I have set it to be ad start literally 1 minute after the stream starts. Because then by that point, when the starting soon thing ends, the ad break will end, and we won't have to worry about it from then on. Assuming what you're telling me is entirely correct and not just off of your own weird experience. Alright.
Come on, let's
Coming. All right, moving in.
Your own weird I mean, yeah, as far as I know, it... Haven't streamed in over a year. No, your own weird experience as a viewer. Because every single... Like, half the time when you've come into my stream, it's as if... You always say that you get a pre-roll, even though that I've done everything I know to... make that not so. And literally not a single other person has said a single thing.
Down with those who threaten the kingdom.
Oh.
Let's keep the momentum going.
Oh my god, these little fuckers. Just ask me questions. Hello, Bard. I'm amazed you actually cared at all to enter the chat.
You can always count on quality training.
Sorry. Down with those who threaten the kingdom.
But welcome, welcome.
How heavy your burden has been.
That was simple enough.
Reload.
Fully out. Down with those who threaten the kingdom. Keep the momentum going.
Okay, there we go. Now, tune in and lurk, because when Snackies or Star Shade are here, they tend to bother you enough that it's entertaining.
Like an infinite magazine. Better reload.
How much of that is a measure of their ability to entertain versus mine? Because I understand reactions are funny. It's a cooperative effort. You see, this is why I'm actually happy to be collabing with people now, because I actually work well bouncing off of other people. Just don't want to watch thigh jiggle in the bottom right of this screen. Yeah, I've said this before, and I know plenty of people don't believe me. When I'm playing this game, I'm not looking at the fucking asses when I'm shooting. I'm aiming at the enemies. Yeah, I know I can keep claiming it, and I know you won't believe me. You choose to disbelieve the truth. 80% of the screen is not ass. I know that's an exaggeration, but you are... you are wrong, good sir. Anyways, on to the story. After calling Fragile and Liverin down, it's time for a much-needed conversation.
I told you before, didn't I? Since regular parcel deliveries had slowed to a trickle, I was doing private courier jobs for high-profile individuals.
One of which was Sixo.
I hated it with every fiber of my being. And so I got into some risky business that I thought I could do for a little while and then get out of.
That's where you were wrong.
I'm sure by now you can guess who I got involved with. I had delivered mysterious packages to secretive locations. I never knew what the contents of these packages were, and I didn't want to know. All the delivery locations were far-flung, desolate areas with no recipients. Secured warehouses, the Outer Rim.
Okay, well the Outer Rim is kind of different from places that far away. That sounds like they're on the surface.
Eventually, I started to garner a bit of a reputation in the underworld, and became what they call a transporter. It was an easy job, since I know the Ark like the back of my hand, and I'm good at what I do. So, I managed to earn a fair amount. It felt like I was finally being rewarded after going through all that torment. The anguish from losing my job to robots. The embarrassment of having to become a dancing monkey for affluent prigs.
Right, yeah, because this chapter was made in 2023. No, 2024. It's very topical to how... to the whole AI discussion and everything. And robot delivery services with self-driving cars and all that.
I couldn't bring myself to quit. Before long, I found myself transporting illegal contraband. And the money kept rolling in. My house got bigger. I started to wear luxury brands. I dined at 5-star restaurants. All of these things I never got to enjoy before. Life was good. And so I kept at it. Until everything went horribly wrong. And someone close to me died.
And who was that?
After that, I went clean and returned to my original job.
Oh, but you can never go back to the way things were.
I promised myself that I would never do such a thing again.
We promised each other that if she were to ever get involved in that kind of thing again, we would die together.
You didn't know about the job?
No, I didn't. I just thought that business was going well for her.
Okay, fair, but a suicide pact? A bit over the top, don't you think?
6-0 is that bad, apparently.
The person who died was my sister.
Oh. Okay.
It wasn't Liverin's fault that she died. But my sister died because she was involved in the whole sordid business. It was the job that got her killed. So, if she decided to do that job again, it would be out of pure greed and disregard for my sister's death. I would have to kill her. But then, that would leave me all alone. So I would have to off myself as well.
That is so fucked up. Also, we're gonna have an ad break in about a minute. So if you're on Twitch and you get smacked with an ad, the YouTube stream is pinned, so that way you can continue on YouTube uninterrupted. And if you don't get hit with an ad, because sometimes just people don't get hit with ads apparently, congratulations, you have dodged the ads. I presume 6-0 was the provider of these jobs.
You know 6-0?
Just her name. How can I ever forget? That tragedy caused by the mist remains etched in my memory, vivid as it happened yesterday. And then there's the ordeal of Moran, too.
Was it Siso who sent you here? That's why you've been checking your phone.
That's right. They said to bring back something else no one has obtained before. I fouled everything up.
Funnily enough, I don't think we've ever actually said fuck in Nikke.
I thought I had washed my hands of all this. I thought there was no reason for me to get involved in any of this ever again. But every time I think I'm out, they pull me back in.
There's the reference.
The only thing I asked was for this to be kept a secret from Fragile. But 6-0 wouldn't even grant me that.
I thought 6-0 was lying. After what we went through, I never expected you to work with them again.
Yeah.
What can I say? Your ability to betray your friends exceeds my expectations.
Oh.
Were you short on money again? Was that it?
No, that's not it.
What was it then?
They said they would tell Ingrid that I used to be a transporter. If they did that, my memory would be erased. Or worse, I might be scrapped altogether.
And then you would be all alone, still fragile.
You're in too deep, Liverin. You'll never be able to escape. They'll hold that over your head for the rest of your days.
I'm sorry to interrupt. But wouldn't honesty be the best policy here? Tell Sixo you're done dealing with them. Then head straight to Ingrid. Lay it out honestly and ask for her help.
I mean, yeah, Ingrid is the mom figure. She would be understanding.
You're right. That's all I have to do. Isn't it strange? All I have to do is receive the punishment for my past sins and start over again. But I don't want to lose anything. It's so strange. Even when I hear myself saying that, it seems strange. I thought that if I could create some distance, things could return to the way they were.
Oh, but Liverin, once they go one way, they can never go back.
Even though deep down, I knew it was probably wishful thinking. I continued to hold on to that hope.
I really want to know who Sixo is, though. The fact that them having this dirt on Liverin is not necessarily the hardest thing to come by, but still.
Fine. I'll tell Ingrid myself.
Sorry?
I'll go and tell Ingrid. If you're aware things are going awry but can't muster the gumption to make a change, just let those around you lend a hand.
Okay. Drilly being a homie. Thank you, Drilly.
Absolutely not! Sixo will notice. You must never get involved. I'm begging you.
They're just some lowlifes resorting to threats to get what they want.
Yeah, I mean, Sixo has a lot of power. Political power. Physical, it depends on who they are.
What's there to fear? Those types are powerless against anyone with the guts to stand up to them.
You must not underestimate Sixo, as they are the master behind the Dark Net.
Dark Net,
The Dark
okay.
Net is a foul creation. A cancerous tumor that has no right existing in the Ark. All manner of illicit goods are bought and sold through the Dark Net. Weapons, drugs, anything you can think of.
Yeah, that's how EH got a bunch of the I guess it was, I don't remember if it was necessarily called a bomb, but it was basically a bomb.
Even the bomb that Exotic used to
Yep,
blow a hole in the Ark was also obtained from the Dark Net. I want to ask, why do you think the Dark Net, a site where you can purchase all manner of dangerous items, has not been shut down?
Because it's profitable.
Because it's connected to some high-ranking individuals?
That's possible. But there's an even simpler reason.
It makes money.
That's because this entire existence is relegated solely online. Despite that, they're able to find out anything they want and exert some form of influence in every aspect of others' lives. When you work as a transporter, you learn a lot about the underworld.
I understand how the theory is that it's GN, because being the sister to the Macilla CEO and having your own power within MMR, like, you have a lot of political sway wherever you want to be, really.
However, even as you're being inundated with other information, you never hear so much as a word about Sixo. Not even rumors. Whenever the Darknet servers get hacked, they're restored right away. Physically destroying the server is impossible because no one knows where it is. Likewise, when it comes to apprehending the Master, no one knows so much as a single letter of their real name. Because of that, The dark net is something the Ark is powerless to stop.
This Sixo is just a spineless scumbag.
I mean, yes, because they're keeping themselves hidden the whole time.
Perhaps. But their power is undeniable. Even if you can't see them.
I'm not convinced.
Me neither. Just words won't do the trick for me.
Regardless,
Anise,
I would ask you all to stay out of this.
Anise's skepticism being a positive trait in this situation.
Don't get involved for any reason.
What are you planning on doing?
If I give them a photo of a pilgrim, maybe that could do something.
Yeah, and then they'll be asking for more. Delete the photo.
Excuse me?
I promised the unknown that we should delete any visual evidence of her.
Time to give them a show.
Hey, Azure! Welcome, welcome. I saw you were playing Digimon Story. How was that? I don't know if Nara's here, so I'll give you the shout-out myself, just in case. There you go. Everybody, Azure is a consistent member of the community, been doing a lot of his own streams. He tries to be very insightful in what he does. So, give him a follow. He is a very good member of the community. Glad to have him around. And as you can see, Azure, we're doing Chapter 30 right now. And the whole reason Liverin's been taking the job for Sixa was because she was threatened to be exposed to Ingrid, and therefore would have her memory wiped, or even worse, she'd be scrapped. And Drilly is actually being like, Sixo has no power over you, they're just a fucking scumbag. Let's be honest with Ingrid. Pretty well, longer than I expected because I got an early game over. Some severe shit kind of went down by the end. Oh, wait, how does Digimon story work? If it's an early game over, is it like I'm just gonna say Corpse Party because that's the only game that comes to my mind, where it's like you have multiple endings that take place at different stages of the game, but obviously you only have one true ending. Is that basically how it goes? To where you had the wrong story moment, and therefore you had a game over and got a false ending. Just got the game over in an early stream. It's chapter-based JRPG. Oh, okay. Enough of this. Okay. One second while I grab the PNG. Where are you, VitoTube? And then we close... and then we can close VTube Studio, because it does take a good amount of resources. Alright, yeah, I'm on display capture. Whoopsie! And then we turn this on. And then... horizontal. There we go. Okay, so you lost a fight and that's it. Okay. I thought, like, early game over was, you know, like, a bad ending, essentially. But, I mean, severe shit going down. I mean, I can't be too surprised, because I do remember Digimon Frontier and Tamers having a lot of dark topics in it. So I can imagine that a Digimon game that's story focused would be like that. One of your friends got eaten alive by what's basically a Digimon version of Ida. Oh. Oh, okay. That's alarming. A character in a Digimon story getting eaten alive. That's something I could only expect from Tamers. Okay, so now I know the level of dark storytelling it's willing to do. Okay, good to know. Good to know. I don't remember how I don't remember how long the PNG redeem is supposed to last. Yeah, I actually don't remember how long the PNG is supposed to last. 30 minutes, okay. Okay. But yeah. Back to what's happening in Nikke. I promise the unknown that we should delete any delete any visual evidence of her.
I don't understand what you're saying.
Digimon Ghost Story also got really dark with humans being killed by Digimon. The last half of the anime kind of goes downhill, but the front half is really good if you're into horror stuff. Okay. If it goes downhill, then just may not watch it, but yeah. Because, like, the last time I watched something that's, like, really good in the first half and then I didn't like the second half was Mirai Nikki. And yes, I understand Mirai Nikki is a very trashy anime, but I actually really liked the first half of Mirai Nikki. Fragile is my girl failure. Liverin and Fragile are both girl failures in their own right. They just kind of dropped the ball with the plot by the end. Understandable. There's a worse Mirai Nikki? I'm not surprised. I just know that Mirai Nikki is known as a trash anime. But I like the first half. And the bit of the second half that I do like is the couple. Because I love it when there's a fun couple in anime. You know, like Isaac and Miriam in da-da-da-da. Well, not in da-da-da-da, in Bakano. I love them. I briefly recounted our encounter with the unknown to Liverin. Same author attempting to outdo himself?
So,
yeah, I'm not
let me get this
surprised.
straight. In order to keep a promise you made to someone you barely know, whom we're not even sure is a friend or foe, you're going to throw me to the wolves?
I don't blame Liverin for having that interpretation of that. I don't blame her. Liverin.
Fine. I'll delete the photo.
It's called Big Order if I remember it well. Yeah, I've not heard of that, so it clearly didn't succeed enough to be caught by my ears.
Grant me one request. Of all the items you come across here, could you find it within yourself to give me whatever you consider least valuable? Perhaps that will satisfy Sixo.
Sure, I promise. Liverin taps away on her phone.
There. I deleted it. Do you want to check?
No need. I trust you.
Now what am I going to do?
Hope we find something. I'll help you.
Don't lie to me. We barely even know each other.
Yes, but you gotta
How would you help me?
because the commander wants to help all Nikkes. I don't need to know you for long to want to help you. Consider me an insurance for what that's worth.
Thank you, Commander.
Here I go. Proceeding to target.
Yeah. Oh, hello. Harmony Cube observation log. Core output remaining 3%. A white field appeared beneath the Harmony Cube. Things that look like structures also emerged. They appear to be made of glass. Ah, I see. Since crystals absorb electrical energy, this area is wholly reconstructed with insulators. After all, the Harmony Cube is a machine created to build the Ark. It feels quite versatile. But also, Digimon Story has some great comedic moments. One girl failure pretends to kidnap one of your friends at your friend's request to try and prank you. She keeps fumbling her speech and calls herself a thespian. Her Gabumon partner asked thespian, but I thought you liked guys.
Alright, not there.
That reminds me of the Vine. Hey, I'm a lesbian. I thought you were American.
Let's go.
Engaging with the enemy.
Proceeding to target.
That's actually good. That's actually writing I would not expect from Digimon. Even if it were that in Japanese, but then localized to English, I would not have expected an English localization to actually do that.
Target
Sorry. Down with those who
So that's actually really cool.
Fire.
I'm sure in context the writing is even better than just what I could give that initial understanding of.
Did you see that?
The script gets really wild.
I'm strong,
Nice.
but my comrades are stronger.
Here I go.
Encounter. Come on, let's go.
Enemy spotted. Engaging.
Whoa.
I've got this.
Sorry. Down with those who would threaten
Show
the
them
kingdom.
no quarter. Reload.
Yeah, this setup is just really potent. Right? Sometimes really deep, sometimes really dark, and other times really damn funny. I mean, like, that's a really good thing, then. If it can land all of those individual notes.
Fancy a drink?
When a writing can hit, like, all of the key moments, you know, like, of happiness, sadness,
Here I go.
fear, like all that, and it provides catharsis. Beautiful writing. So long, like, and this is what I say. This is what I personally believe about writing, and this pertains to villains as well. If the writing elicits, if the writing is not manipulative, looking at you, Demon Slayer, I'm calling you out right now, and it elicits strong, memorable emotions to it, it's good. And it gets even better when you can look back on it intellectually and evaluate it. Because Alfred Hitchcock has, like, the fridge theory, I believe is what it's called, where it's like, a piece of media only needs to grab you and have your attention and keep you enthralled for the initial bit, and it doesn't matter if you wake up and go to the fridge and remember that it didn't make sense, because it already succeeded. I would say that the piece of media is effective in that case, but it's not necessarily good. But if you remember it and it doesn't leave you like that, then it's really good. And if you can look back on it intellectually, even better.
All right, moving in.
Fragile and Liverin are walking ahead.
Fragile.
What?
I know this might sound like an excuse, but
Then it probably is an excuse for the most part.
I had no choice. You know how much I despise being under 6-0's thumb. But my hands were tied.
I know. I trust you.
Aww.
Thank you. You're the only one I can rely on.
However, are you sure that a little bit of your own personal feelings aren't influencing what you're doing here? If that turns out to be true, mark my words, I will end my own life before your very eyes.
Holy shit.
Fragile.
I understand you're being dragged back into this world. By 6-0's blackmail under duress. However, if that turns out not to be the only reason you're doing this, I will take away what is most precious to you with my own hands.
Holy fucking shit, Fragile. That is doubly cruel. To yourself and to Liverin. What the fuck?
So please, the only thing I ask of you is not to lie to me.
Okay.
I'm glad that you're safe.
Thank you for coming to save me.
Aww.
ended up reuniting with Hammering in front of here. She asked if I had seen anything that could be used as a crowbar or lever. I didn't know at the time, but it turns out it was to help the unknown. Even though I haven't been Hammering for long, I can already tell that's the kind of person she is.
This is chapter 30, correct? Yes, it is. This is chapter 30. And, before you rated in, we learned that Liverin did a lot of work for the criminal underground, to where she was a transporter, which is, you know, like someone who does illicit activities with transportation and everything. And she was living the high life, which is why her clothes look like this, but Fragile's clothes are still torn apart and everything. And she even tried to leave, but then 6-0 threatened her.
Yeah. Anyway, we were searching for something that could be used as a crowbar. But we had to hightail it out of here when we ran into a rapture. Just when we were about to end up as rapture food, Hammering said she'd buy me some time, and turned to run back.
Of course she did.
We agreed to meet at that white building, but she never came.
And this is where you saw Hammering last?
That's right.
How was her condition?
She didn't look good.
Okay, let's get a move on.
Oh, okay.
You have a meme ready? Oh boy. If it's Rappy holding Fragile down while they put pineapple on pizza, I've already seen that. I've seen it shortly after I saw chapter 30. Well, chapter 29. Oh no, sorry. Chapter 30 at the end of last stream. Not that one, I made it myself. Oh boy.
Let's hurry.
Can't wait to see what that meme is.
Get lost. I'm busy. Oh no. I was just getting started. Down with those who would threaten the
Show
kingdom.
them no quarter.
Wait until you finish this chapter? Okay.
Down with those who would threaten the kingdom.
And then I know that it requires experiencing the end of a chapter to fully understand. So in a fight like that, to where Helm didn't even get to burst, what was her damage like? Yeah, it was suitably low. Rappy and Red Hood doing most of it with Scarlet being there. That makes sense. I just wanted to know how much passive damage Helm could do, so her burst really is just that nuts. Shifty, what's the latest on the request I put in?
It's ready for your perusal.
Ooh.
Just a moment. Let's see. First, it seems that what Liverin said is true. Since the Pathfinder was formed, Liverin and Fragile have always been on the same missions. However, the number of missions assigned to them suddenly took a significant drop. This occurred immediately after it was announced the Ark had halted its expansion. After that, there's hardly any work records, save for the occasional assignment thrown their way. They obtained permission from Ingrid to engage in additional work, after which they primarily focused on acting as couriers.
Did Ingrid do anything to assist them?
There appear to have been some attempts on her end. She tried to get them assigned to Infinity Rail, and looked into getting them to partner up with the Scouts.
Oh, that'd be so nice for them, though. That'd be so nice.
But this was overturned, due to the opposition from the central government.
Of course it was.
There's a restriction on how many members any given squad can have.
Why is that?
A preventative measure. To ensure no single squad gets too large.
Sounds to me like they're excessive worrywarts.
It might sound petty, but there is indeed a viable reason for their concern.
What's the largest squad that we know of right now, Nikke? I think it only goes up to 3, doesn't it? I'm not counting the Pilgrim squads because, well, they're Pilgrims, and they don't operate in the same way as for the Ark. like, Matisse is 3, Absolute is 3, Talentum is 3, Underworld Queen is 3, 777 is 3, Counters is 3, 3 is the most any squad has aside from Goddess and Old Tales, yeah.
The Goddess Trail incident with Model CX was a major inciting factor. In the aftermath of that tragedy, the central government reached the conclusion that when too many Nikkes operate together with a common goal, they become uncontrollable.
Oh. And that's why they decided to limit the number of permissible members per squad?
Yes. It is for this reason that squads are typically composed of 3 members or fewer.
Yeah.
Of course, there are exceptions, but there must be a valid reason. However, the Pathfinder's predicament was not considered a compelling enough reason to admit additional members.
They were left without a place to go practically overnight. And that's not considered a valid reason?
As far as the central government is concerned, Nikkes don't need to eat or sleep to survive.
Man, fuck the central government! All my homies hate the central government!
That's to say that they don't need money.
That's a bit heartless.
It certainly is.
What about Liveren's last known location and message records?
Well, there's nothing. Nothing at all.
What?
I wasn't able to turn up anything. No known coordinates or records of any correspondence. Nothing like that. I couldn't turn up anything whatsoever for the entire month before she joined the search team. Even now, when you've seen her messaging on her phone, there's no record of that either. I even contacted Basilis's communication department directly. And they say they don't have any records of that correspondence either. All they have is one record on file, which is Ingrid giving permission for her to join the search team. If you were to believe the records, it would seem Liveren hasn't done much of anything for the entire month leading up to her participation in this mission.
Can that actually be true? No. It's not true. Her correspondence are either kept encrypted between her and Sixo, or Sixo has scrubbed all of it out.
I thought so too. But the cell phone that Liveren is using was only released 2 weeks ago. However, there is no record of any credits being spent to purchase it, and no delivery history either.
Well, yeah, that makes enough sense. This is a cell phone specifically issued by Sixo. Oh. Hang on. I just got a text message. I just got a text message. For those of you that know, I do DoorDash, and sometimes people give an extra tip afterwards. I just got a text message saying that someone gave me an extra tip today. At 7 p.m. PST, an order I did at 11:10 a.m., someone tipped me an extra $1. So thank you to whoever it is that I delivered to at 11:10 a.m. I know exactly how that happened too. Some check phones super late. I know exactly how this happened because this happens when I order on DoorDash because yes, I order from the service I fucking work for. Is that they got their order and then they just went about their day, eating their lunch, working at home, and then they got home, did whatever they had to do, and they were gonna be like, okay, well, I'm gonna order DoorDash again, and then they open up the app or they go on their computer to go to the website, one way or the other, and they were given a pop-up of like, how would you rate your last DoorDash experience? And then they gave their rating and they're like, oh yeah, you know what? I liked that delivery guy. I'm gonna give him another tip. And then they put another tip in. So thank you to whoever it was. In my case, my phone was super delayed notifications unless it have plugged into my PC. Mine is relatively good on it. Sometimes it gets a little delayed, but like nothing too crazy. Although one annoying thing is I get push notifications from apps and websites that need internet access, even though that I would find myself at a location that does not have internet access. So thank you, AT&T, for being very fucking inconsistent. Is 6-0 really capable of all that?
There is no way a single individual can manipulate the central government's data on a whim.
Yeah, no, okay, now I'm kind of on the boat that 6-0 is GN. Because, like, if she has access to the most top secret level of MMR, and she also is the sister to Siwen, I think that she has enough sway to where she has the power to do this. Because we have not met anyone with the power and the exact motive to operate as 6-0 does. Dobin has had, not necessarily the motive, but he's had the power. And plenty of other people have also had the motive, like Crow, but she didn't have the power. GN is the only one that stands out right now. Could it simply be an error in the data?
Highly unlikely, considering records indicated Fragile was busy with her deliveries during the same time frame. I'll continue to investigate.
Alright, thanks.
You're welcome. Just don't expect too much. I have a feeling it won't be easy to dig up anything of substance.
No worries. Appreciate you, Shifty.
Proceeding to target.
Okay, I still have the frame rate glitch right now, even though that I closed VTube Studio.
Here I go.
Come on, let's go.
All right, engaging with the enemy.
All right, not there. I knew that.
Believe in your king. Victory will be ours.
Oh no! I was just sorry.
Down with those who would threaten
Let's
the
keep the
kingdom.
momentum going. Better reload.
I've got this.
Why don't we just develop something like an infinite magazine? Fully out.
Down with those who would threaten
Now
the
we
kingdom.
focus our attacks.
Yeah, this setup is fucking strong. I'm pretty sure
Did you see that? I'm strong.
I might be able to actually do Chapter 31 with this setup. I'd have a pretty hefty deficit, but I mean, like,
Come on,
it's so fucking strong. I feel like I would be able to get through Chapter 31. And so long as Chapter 32 doesn't have that big of a jump, I should be able to do that as well. And being able to do Chapter 32, and then the side story before the anniversary, that would be really nice. That would be really good. By the way, I was checking my phone a little bit earlier. Well, actually, I saw this when I opened my phone because I had Twitter open at the time. The anniversary live stream is going to be April 19th. 1930 UTC, and that's 16 hours ahead. So that's...
Fancy a drink?
Yeah, that's... I don't know where that necessarily is. And the program list is pre-show, Romantic Bubble Show, the ARC's latest news in recent months, Prophecy of the Deep, the next challenge. I assume that's going to be the name of the anniversary event. Voices from the Deep Sea, in-depth interview, and Dreamy Bubble Paradise, the Commander's Colorful Life. I wonder what that is. Saturday around 4 a.m. for you. What country or state do you live in, Precursor?
Come on, let's go.
That's a vague enough thing to where it's not a doxable thing.
Here I go.
So I just know what your time zone
Proceeding to
is.
target.
Taco Land CST. So you're 2 hours ahead of me. So 4 a.m. for you. So that's 2 a.m. for me. Ugh. That's 2 a.m. for me. Yeah, no, I can't watch that.
Then let's go.
I can't watch that. I would be going to bed at that time. And sure, the stream may only be half an hour long. Even then.
Time to show them.
What's the 19th? When is the 19th? It's a Saturday? Well, actually, it's the 19th for them, which means it'd be a Friday.
Those who would threaten the kingdom.
I mean, I actually could stay up to watch it in that case. I could particularly stay up to watch it.
Down with those who would threaten the kingdom.
Fire!
They nuked Red Hood right as that was happening. Good thing Rappy was the one that was bursting.
With this, we're one step closer to our dream.
So Helm did manage to burst, and she got 5 million damage off.
Proceeding to target.
Alright, engaging with the enemy.
Proceeding to target. Enemy spotted. Engaging.
So I'm gonna be going back to VTube Studio. Got another 5 minutes on VPNG. But when I do that, actually, before I do the next story bit, I'm going to go to the bathroom because I really need to pee.
Down with those who would threaten the kingdom. Focus our attack.
As long as we're together, I will never fall.
Yeah, so before I get into the next story bit, I shall be right back, and you'll see me with VTube Studio up. I just need to pee first. You guys hang tight. Alright. I'm back. YouTube Studio? Hello? There we go. Okay. We're back.
Not there.
Where's the item?
I knew that. Proceeding to
Where's the
target.
pickup?
Are you ready? Then let's go.
I guess we'll find out here anyways.
Moving in.
This is the place. This is where Hammering and I got separated.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh, there's nothing but crystals here. One wrong step, and you'd be Crystal's food.
Is there any possibility she's underneath some of these crystals?
But then she would be
Just a
fully
moment.
dead.
I'll check to see if I pick up any energy fluctuations nearby. Huh? I'm picking up a whole bunch of them.
What do you mean?
I think it would be a good idea for you all to get out of there.
Uh-huh.
I'm detecting multiple energy reactions in that area. None of
Reactions?
them are exceptionally large, but there could potentially be a rapture horde in that area.
But Hammering could be here too.
That's also true.
Huh?
Oh,
Oleg, you just stepped on something. Can you pick that up?
oh.
Huh? This thing?
What is it? Ellie crouches down and picks up the object that she had stepped on.
What's this? Looks like some kind of iron bar.
What's something like that doing here?
What's this?
It's part of Hammer.
It's a piece of Nikke's thigh.
What?
Oh.
One of the bones that make up the framework in our thigh.
Oh. Ellie screams and drops a chunk of metal.
What is something like this doing here?
That's not all. I'm also seeing scattered rapture parts.
Well, she
And the
didn't
thing
go
on
down
the
without a
floor that's
fight.
made of raptures and crystals.
The crystal chamber?
Yeah. I see parts of that scattered around as well.
Ugh, this place feels like a morgue.
Drilly silently picks up the thigh frame Ellie had tossed aside. After inspecting it for a while, she lets out a sigh of relief, but then places it back down on the ground with a
I
frown.
hate what this place is turning me into. Here I am, holding a body part and feeling relieved that it's not Hammering's.
Okay. Yep. Rapture. The eerie echoes of crystals cracking reverberate through the air. When I turn my head in the direction of the sound, I can see that the crystals are emerging
The
rapidly.
energy fluctuations are off the charts now. The data confirms that it's the crystal chamber.
Everyone, full frontal assault! Shatter. The slowly rising crystals suddenly collapse lifelessly to the ground.
What?
No more energy fluctuations detected.
What?
This must be some kind of production facility. Or a hive, rather. They scatter Nikke and Rapture parts all over along with the crystals.
Then sit back and wait until a crystal chamber materializes.
Oh, that's
the most
gruesome.
advanced method.
It's in line with the primitive nature of the brake system we saw, and the use of glass as an insulator.
Yeah, that's
The
gruesome.
only thing that's beyond our comprehension are these crystals.
It's like the Ark. Stumble upon something unknown, and build an infrastructure around it until they come to understand what it is.
Right?
Great holes were secretly dug where the Earth's pores ought to suffice, and things which ought to things have learned to walk which ought to crawl.
Even the way it absorbs nutrients is the same.
Oleg.
Okay, I'll stop. So, Hammering isn't here then?
Based on the erratic nature of the signals I'm getting, it's hard to say.
Then let's start searching. She could be underneath any of these crystals.
You mean the place they produce that huge crystal? She could pop out of anywhere at any minute?
If you haven't got the stomach for it, then leave. I'll find her myself.
Neon?
Yes?
time to unleash the secret weapon.
You mean the secret weapon?
Yes, the one and only.
Understood. I will unseal the forbidden power which lies within me. Super vision!
Thank you, Neon.
I see it! I see everything! Scratch that. I'm seeing way too much.
Shifty and Neon can take point while we conduct the search. We'll search anywhere we detect energy fluctuations. There are enough of us here that it shouldn't take long.
Roger.
Which of you scornful dunderheads dare step forward?
That was a charming little acknowledge. That was like that was a charming little moment with the commander in Neon.
Show them no quarter.
Reload.
Down with those who threaten the kingdom. All gun ports open. Fire!
Ugh.
Better reload. Why don't we just develop something like an infinite mag? Sorry.
Down with those who threaten all gun ports open. Fire!
Yeah, that was a good chunk, but like, as high as the ratio is on her burst, like,
We're one step closer to our dream.
as big as the ratio is on her burst, it just doesn't, like, it's really the healing that astounds me about it, because I always see the health bars just right back up.
Come on, let's go.
Alright, just some money.
Alright, not there.
And we got an EX stage.
Route them in their entirety, yes? All right, moving in. If we can't clinch the victory.
Re-engaging, I mean, reloading.
Down with those who threaten the
Focus
kingdom.
our attack.
Make use of Red Hood. Just going ba 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 ba. Nice.
With this, we're one step closer to our dream.
Alright, not there. I knew that. Proceeding to target.
Come on, let's go.
Alright, not there.
Ah, you can even see like it run through the pipe there. That teleport is probably gonna take us over there. Yeah. Pick up an item here, run through there. A lot of fights here. So like what? The group we have here, one group with a story beat here. 4 fights, story beat, 2 fights, boss.
Here I go.
Encounter.
All right, moving in.
I do wonder what has become
Time
of
to
Livering.
show what we're made of.
Not Livering, fucking Hammering. I fused their names together like a dumbass.
Sorry. Down with those who threaten
All
the kingdom.
gun ports open. Fire!
I've got this. Reload.
Cause she was like I wouldn't put it past Shift Up to give us a really endearing NPC to then kill.
Down with those
But even
who
then, I still
threaten
wouldn't
the
want
kingdom.
that.
Quarter.
I still wouldn't want her to die.
Did you see that? I'm strong, but my comrades are stronger. Come on, let's
Encounter.
All right, moving in.
Fuck. Phlegm. I even took a fucking Benadryl, dude, and fucking...
Watch
My
out.
body is like developing and can your body become resistant to antihistamines?
Sorry. Down with those who would threaten the kingdom. Open! Fire!
Patients taking any histamine such as Zyrtec for a long time, months to years, may develop a tolerance to these medicines.
Down with those who would threaten the kingdom. Focus our attacks.
Bro, fucking allergies are the worst.
Did you see that?
It's your body just deciding, oh yeah, let's just suffer in response to this. And it even fucking makes itself resistant to the shit that's like quelling these symptoms that are clearly bad for it. Harmony Cube observation log. Core output remaining 2%. While watching the Harmony Cube expand its domain, haha, a question popped up in my mind. Where does it source its materials from? Without any supplies, it shouldn't be able to create fields and structures using glass. I observed the surroundings for a few days and confirmed the nearby structures have become thinner. So that's it. It's using other structures as materials. What an impressive technology! It can disassemble and reconstruct things. I hope I can figure out what it's creating before I die. Oh, this is the Nikke's core output.
Alright, moving in.
So the Harmony Cubes are able to molecularly rearrange things. Because sand is made of silica. And sand is what's used to make glass. I don't know how else you could make glass, but it most certainly would not be through fucking concrete. You can't do this with concrete!
Alright, not
Oh shit!
Here I go. Have faith. I will protect my people.
You know, I
Down with those
would want Rappy to win the popularity poll, but I'll still be happy if Cinderella wins. Although, to be completely honest, it would be so nice if Crown won as well. Partly because, well, who knows if they're ever gonna rerun the Naked King. If they do, that'll be the one gacha skin I would be willing to drop $60 on. Good thing we killed the target because they killed Helm first.
As long as we're together, I will never fall.
But it is also nice to know that Helm got third place. Crash. Drilly tosses a crystal onto the ground before it starts rolling a distance.
Next.
Approximately 10 meters to the right.
Got it.
While everyone's busy investigating areas with energy fluctuations, I find myself unable to tear my gaze away from Drilly. Drilly, maybe you should take a break.
I'm fine.
Have you and Hammering been together long? Drilly answers my question, but never stops digging through the pile of crystals as she does so.
It's been a while. We've been together since our squad was formed.
She must mean a lot to you.
Of course.
Aww. I get up and start going through the pile of crystals beside Drilly.
You don't often find people like her. I told you before how we mine for ore, right? This may sound strange coming from me, but if we wanted to, we could rob those places blind. Large groups are down in those mines at the same time. Snagging a few gems would be exceedingly easy.
But none of you did that.
I'd be lying if I said I'd never considered it. But every time I got serious about it, Hammering stepped in and stopped me. She'd go on about how we need to have pride. Even if we were on the edge of starvation, we must never lose our pride. Having said that, since we're Nikkes, we'd never actually starve. So that works out nicely.
Hammering really being the moral compass of it all. She seems a bit on her high horse.
She can be frustrating at times, yes. This is a prime example. Right now, because of her principles, she's willing to put herself on the line for people she barely knows. Like I said, frustrating and foolish.
A true paladin. And kind.
Yes, she certainly is. Almost to a fault. So...
These are just all death flags to
that's why
me.
we need to save that silly fool. She's been like this her entire life. Wearing her heart on her sleeve. If someone as good as her were to die in a forsaken place like this, it would be too much to bear. No. That simply won't do. She
Oh.
has to go on living.
Oh.
So that she can prove the way she's chosen to live her life isn't foolish after all. That's why I have to find her.
Bro, I'm actually getting a little teary-eyed at that. Oh my god, Drilly. You're what? Oh my god, you won me over. I already liked you, but damn. Oh, that's so sad. I extend my hand to wipe Drilly's tears.
Don't cry. We'll find her. Promise.
I know.
Rappy looks at me pointedly. I suddenly feel awkward having my hands on Drilly's cheek.
Commander, from now on, it might be wise to refrain from...
Oh, you can see the blush. Rappy looks at the consoled Drilly.
No, never mind. I think it will be fine.
The unknown is approaching at high speed.
Oh!
She's opening fire!
Oh!
What?
What? Wait, fuck. Okay, hang on. I'm gonna snooze these ads. Even though that we're on Twitch and people don't typically go to YouTube, I still don't want y'all to miss this. What did I miss? A gleaming bullet descends before me. For some reason, I feel like everything is moving in slow motion. I am engulfed in a cacophonous burst of sound and fury. Ah!
Commander!
Okay, I could have actually let the ads keep going. I could have actually let the ads keep going.
All right, not there.
That's on me.
knew that.
Proceeding.
Engaging with the enemy.
All right, not there. I knew that.
What's the name of this? Detached Boxwood JC SVY? Yeah, no,
My blade shall not be made light of.
that's not a real name. Go fuck yourself.
Sorry, down with those who would threaten the kingdom. Focus our attacks. Down with those who would threaten the kingdom. Ahead! Fire at will!
Oh, the ad... I snoozed the ads, but they still go through. Okay. Cool, thanks for eating the... Thanks for eating the snooze, Twitch. Thanks for eating the snooze. Appreciate it.
Encounter.
All right, not there. I knew that.
Get lost. I'm busy. Better reload. Sorry.
So why is Brave attacking now? Are we encroaching upon something else important to her? Because she has Cinderella with her.
Down with those who would threaten the kingdom.
Why would she be aggro now?
Fancy a drink?
Any pickups here?
All right,
No. Okay.
Come on, let's go. Come on, let's go. Proceeding to target.
Where does this send me back? Oh, back to here. Okay. Closed loop. Gonna quickly claim all this. Oh, nice. I'm actually on a cool even number amount again. That's not gonna be around for a while. I mean, that's gonna go away immediately when I do tomorrow's weeklies. Well, dailies. Let's see here. We got one pick up there, one pick up there. That's 2, 3, 4, 5. And then there's got probably a 6th one hiding. Yeah, 6 right here. I'm actually gonna give a little bit of time for the ads to finish up because we're in a high tense moment right now. Alright.
Here I go.
Now to see
Encounter.
what the fuck is happening.
Here I go.
Commander!
Where are we?
We're beneath the crystal cluster that we were standing on a while ago. The ground gave way to the bombardment. I'm unsure as to the whereabouts of the others.
Oh, so it's just you and me right now? Huh. Looks like you've come to my rescue. The
It's
blush.
my duty.
Love you, Rappy. I feel like it's been a while since I fainted.
Well, it'd hardly be a good thing if it were to happen often. That explosion just now was the Unknown's doing. Though I can't fathom why he'd suddenly launch an attack on us.
Yeah.
It's a miracle you didn't get caught up in the explosion.
Maybe that was intentional on her part.
Maybe. Anyway, we need to find a way out of here. Can you move?
I'll try standing. My ankle feels a bit stiff. No, it actually hurts quite a bit. However, I can't have Rappy drag me around this place. I'm fine.
That's a relief. Then let's move.
Just a second. I've checked the operation device, only to find it unresponsive.
It must have come into contact with the water pooled up on the ground.
Is this water safe?
Yes. Based on my analysis, it's not overtly harmful, but may lead to gastrointestinal discomfort if ingested. So I'd suggest you refrain from drinking it.
Noted.
I can't tell which way we're facing, but let's follow the direction the water flows on the ground. This place gently slopes toward the Harmony Cube, so I'm willing to bet the others are heading in the same direction.
That'd be smart. Sounds like a plan.
You're up.
What?
Come. Follow me.
What?
Okay.
Guide you.
Why did you open fire on us? Or rather, why did you target the commander specifically?
Giant crystal wanted to absorb him.
Oh.
Holes in his shoe.
Oh.
The crystal chamber hid in this pile of crystals and tried to absorb the commander by making small holes in his shoe?
That's right.
Oh my god.
I knew you'd understand.
That is insidious. That is so fucking devious, dude. Holy shit. I know these crystals are somewhat intelligent and definitively ambulatory, but fucking... It even knew to create holes in my shoe, in the commander's shoe, to then stick into him. Oh shit, is that why his ankle is in pain? Is it because there's crystals? I lift my foot to check my sole, and notice several small holes. What could have happened to me?
I don't know. Never seen a human get absorbed before.
You saved my life. Thank you.
Move.
What?
It's dangerous here. Let's move.
Bro, this crystal is terrifying.
Believe in your king. Victory will be ours.
Like, holy shit.
Down with those who would threaten the kingdom.
The very ground you walk upon. Fucking... The fucking ground you walk upon wants to eat you.
Down with those who would threaten the kingdom. Fire! Securing victory for their subjects is a king's duty.
What should I call you?
Oh shit! She's got the coffin now.
Forgotten my name.
Then can we call you whatever we want?
Up to you.
Commander, can you come up with a suitable name?
Coffin.
Very interesting choices, Commander.
Thanks.
Grave. Call me Grave.
There she is.
All right. Where are we going, Grave?
To the cube. I guided them this way.
Right. Thanks.
Oh, my crunchy back.
I have loads of questions.
Can't answer them all.
Are you the one behind these crystals?
No.
Okay, so you're not.
Then what are you doing here?
Long story.
Very long story.
Old story. Faded. Right again.
Huh?
Haven't talked in ages.
The people who played Old Tales very shortly after this chapter came out, or vice versa, they were probably losing their shit. Hang on, I've got the perfect reaction. I've got the perfect reaction to how these people probably were. This was probably everybody who played Old Tales shortly after this chapter, or vice versa. Yeah, it's being displayed. I just love this bricky clip. And the fact that it's like 240p.
Hard to talk.
Okay. Why are you helping us?
She rescued me. Kindness, enmity. I will repay them.
You kept saying how humans are deceitful. I'm a human. Is that okay?
You're not a human.
What?
Humans shout at me. Shoot at me. Be kind to me. The electricity. It hurt.
Oh.
Took off my helmet. And stole coffin.
Oh.
The electricity. It hurt. Light shot out. Cut my stomach.
Oh.
And pierced my head. The electricity. It hurt.
Oh.
If you take photos, more humans will come. I don't like photos. The electricity. It hurt.
Keeps
The
repeating.
electricity. It hurt. The electricity. It hurt. I ran away.
Or
Humans
grave.
followed. Humans. Raptures. Danger. Saved humans. The electricity. It hurt.
I'm so sorry, Grave.
Other humans betrayed me. So, killed them to survive.
This hits different after the event. Yeah. Yeah, it was already tragic and sad enough as it was, with Old Tales, and melancholic in its epilogue. But the fact that Grave was treated like this afterwards, like that fucking sucks, dude. I'm so sorry that happened to Grave.
You don't shout. You don't shoot. You don't electrocute me. You saved me. You thanked me. You're not a human. But I still don't like photos.
Don't worry. You've deleted all photos of you, like I promised.
Good.
Is that how all humans have treated you?
Yes.
I see. I promise I'll never become a human. What a sentence to put out of context.
Good.
I promise to never be a human. What a fucking thing to say.
Here I go. Coming. Moving in.
I wonder what the boss's power requirements are going to be, because then it's going to be some margin higher with Chapter 31.
I will protect you. Sorry. Down with those who would threaten the kingdom. All guns selfie. Fire!
Yeah, we took a lot of damage.
Down with those who would threaten the kingdom. Show them no quarter. As long as we're together, I will never fall.
All right, not there. I knew that.
Proceeding to target.
That's one.
Here I go. Are you ready?
Slam. Fuck.
All right,
Ah, I hate it.
moving in.
They are as candles, the better burnt out.
Oh no! I was just getting into the groove. Sorry. Down with those who would threaten the kingdom.
Gotta deal with this shitty one, though. So, but now I actually want to, like, now I want a side story that takes place after Old Tales, to where we get to see exactly what happened to Grave. Because she even said they took the coffin, which had Cinderella in it. I really want to know, like, what happened then.
I've got this.
Like, that shit's fucked.
with those who would threaten the kingdom.
It's also sort of like wanting to know exactly what like what Dorothy was doing in all those years.
Target down. Sorry. Down with those who would threaten the kingdom.
All Sunport Falcons, fire!
Target clear.
As long as we're together,
That's
I
dealt
will
with.
never fall. Proceeding to target.
Best to deal with it
Drop
all.
them in their entirety.
Because
Proceeding
that's
to
what's
target.
optimal, even though I don't like these.
Which of you scornful dunderheads dare step forward?
Better reload. Sorry.
Down with those who would threaten the
Let's keep the
kingdom.
momentum going.
I've got this.
I was just getting into the groove. Fully out.
Down with those who would threaten the
Let's keep the
kingdom.
momentum going. Why don't they just develop something like an Infinite magazine? Why don't they just develop
But
something
soon we'll
like
get
an Infinite
the next
magazine?
story bit. I really want to know like how all this is gonna go down.
Sorry.
I also hope that the boss's power is not going to be too high, so that way I don't get that big of a stat penalty with Chapter 31, because once I go through 31, I'm gonna want to get through 32. Especially considering the side story takes place after 32, and I would love to do that before the anniversary.
Keep the momentum going.
Enemy down. Target down.
Sorry.
Down with those who would threaten the
Let's keep the
kingdom.
momentum going.
How heavy your burden has been.
Better reload.
As long as we're together, I will never
Head
fall.
home, BRB. No worries. Hopefully you'll be able to get back. Hopefully you'll be able to get here and get back in time to see
Not there.
me get through the end of
In their
this.
entirety.
Come on, let's go.
At this point now, it's a waiting game to get through it all.
Which of you scornful dunderheads?
Wait a second, hang on. Did I not? Oh, I am so fucking sorry.
Sorry.
Down with those who would threaten the kingdom.
Jason Park, if you are still here, Jason Park, I am so sorry I didn't see your YouTube message. It didn't show up on OBS. I am so sorry. Hang on. Okay, at that point, the multi-chat's just not working. So, stream, Twitch chat, TikTok chat, multi-chat, Elements Control Center, docs,
As long as we're together,
Twitch
I will
stats.
never fall.
Yeah, no, I only have the multi-chat available, and it's not, and it does not show me. Like, I did not get to see your YouTube message, Jason Park. I am so terribly sorry if you're still here. Why did it not do that? Come on. Come on. Come on, fucking... Come on, OBS. Come on, Stream Elements. Come on, OBS. Well, now I gotta make sure I don't miss any other messages. I'm so terribly sorry.
All right, not there. I knew that.
Proceeding to
Well, that
target.
sucks. I'm sorry. Seriously,
Come on,
I'm
let's
sorry.
go. Come on, let's go.
Encounter.
All right.
I was not expecting to not see him. I was not expecting for there to be a message sent and then me not seeing it. That's so stupid.
You can always count on quality training.
Sorry.
Down with those who would threaten
All
the kingdom.
Sunport Falcons, fire!
Every single time we enter burst, it sounds like Helm is saying Sunforge tokens, which is just Are you actually where are you actually streaming on? I am using.
Target clear.
You're gonna get a little bit of a cascade effect right now. I'm using Stream Elements that augments my OBS Studio, and I currently have it set to stream on Twitch and on YouTube. I don't know why I have 2 Twitches and 2 YouTubes. I don't know why, but this is what I'm using. I'm not using Restream like a lot of people do, because as far as I was aware, I had to pay for Restream. What if I turned off the Twitch chat? What if I turned off the YouTube chat on the multi-chat and then I turned it back on? What if that happened? What if I did that? Settings. Output settings. Canvas settings. Yeah. I don't get what's up with that. I'll pop out chat. What if am I able to like fit it onto my OBS? I don't actually know if I can. No, okay, it's not part of that. Yeah, I don't know why it didn't show up in the multi-chat.
All right, not
I am very sorry.
I knew that.
Here I go.
Engaging with the enemy.
Proceeding to target.
Have faith. I will protect my people.
Enemy down. Sorry. Down with those who would
Oh, man, it is so fucking hot in my room though. Fuck. I hate it. I wish my AC was stronger. Specifically in my room, because in the den outside my room, it's plenty effective. Oh, that? Oh shit. They killed Rappy.
As long as we're together, I will never fall.
Here I go.
Are you ready? Then let's go.
All right, not there. I knew that.
Have you ever encountered other Nikkes before?
I remember 3.
3. Siren, Hansel, and Gretel.
That few? How long have you been wandering up on the surface?
Don't remember.
What happened to the other Nikkes that you met?
All dead. 2. Too late. 1 was human.
I see.
Uh-huh. So you kept yourself in places you won't encounter anyone else.
Yes. I have work to do. Long story. Old story faded. Right again.
Not entirely sure I understand, but it sounds like if you have an urgent mission of some kind.
Right. Mission. I forgot that word. What is your mission?
Excuse me?
What do you live for?
Oh.
What do you want to accomplish? What have you done for that purpose?
Deep questions here. Rappy.
You haven't decided yet. You must. It will define you. It is what drives you to live. Look in the mirror. And what do you see?
Look in the mirror.
What do you see in your eyes?
I've heard those words before.
We're almost there. Only a bit further.
Alright, let's go. Ow!
Commander, can you
Yeah?
take off your shoes for a moment?
It's just that I've been walking in it for quite a bit and also worked up quite a sweat too.
Commander.
I feebly remove my shoes. As I do, the shoe feels extremely tight on my foot. At this juncture, the situation doesn't bode well for me. Something is
Why
wrong.
didn't you say anything?
Sorry.
Get on my back. I'll carry you.
I could just lean on your shoulder.
Commander.
It's okay, really.
Hold on. I will fix.
What? Ah! Graves sets down her coffin. Oh, okay. And starts working on its surface. The coffin lid opens a thick plume of smoke.
I have all the medicine you need. A full recovery is impossible. But in a half day, you should be able to move.
A half day? Grave tosses me a small vial.
Apply what's on the lid. Eat what's inside. You'll get better.
Thank you. Rappy slowly stands up and walks towards Grave. Brave 00 family. Yeah, no, I don't see that on the multi-chat. What the fuck gives? Yeah, okay, well, I see it now because I actually have the YouTube page open. Okay, just 0. Okay. Can't get past 31 for some reason. My lightning type character only deals 1 damage. That okay. Actually, I know how to. I know what the situation is there for you because one of my moderators, Nara, recently was also stuck there. It's mirror container, right, or something. The boss for that, I believe, what Nara, my moderator, said was the solution was that when the mechanic happens to where your damage starts to become 1, you like right before like the tell for that, I think it's an interruption circle. You need to one-shot Crystal Chamber. Yeah, you need to one-shot something in order to continue on doing that properly. And if not that, and it's something else, then you need machine gunners. You need specifically machine gunners because it is a specific type of shield enemy. And those guys, they have that shield will go away after they take a certain number of hits. Yeah, after they take a certain... It's either you need a one-shot something because of what I've been told how mirror container works, or it is one of the shield, like a shield boss to where after they take a certain number of hits, their shield goes away and they take full damage. So you need preferably 2 machine gunners, or 1 machine gunner and enough sustain to continue on to the rest of the fight in order to actually deal with it. So, there you go. Rappy slowly stands up and walks towards Grave. Patter, patter, patter. Rappy.
Stay back. Don't come.
Step, step, step.
Stay back. If you come closer, I'll kill you.
Oh, Rappy. Grave lifts the box and aims it at Rappy. Rappy halts in her tracks. Cinderella. Cinderella. Then lowers her head and peers into the coffin. It's not a shield, it's a normal attack. After I got the buff from Burst, it went back to dealing the same amount of damage. I've not done Chapter 31, so I cannot help you. I'm only able to provide advice relative to what I have been informed of when it comes to someone else in my community going through Chapter 31. So, my apologies that I cannot help that much. I'm wishing you the best of luck in figuring it out and dealing with the challenge. But oh my god, it's Cinderella. And actually, Day 1 players who got to experience Red Ash. Day 1 players that got to experience Red Ash. They see, and it's like, wait, that's Anichiro. I know that's how Day 1 players would be if they played Red Ash, because this came out before Old Tales. I know that's Cinderella. But the people that played Red Ash before this event and didn't experience Old Tales, they're like, that's Anichiro. Inside there is a pale Nikke lying in a seemingly peaceful slumber.
Anichiro.
Yep. Yep. It's not Anichiro. It's Cinderella. Yep. You insulted her. You basically insulted Cinderella because Grave knows that's not Anichiro. Don't worry, I've been through the same thing on the 30th. You're going to be through it soon after emotional damage. Let me tell you, I've gone through so much emotional damage in this game, and I still have not done Miracle Snow or Nya Nya Paradise. And I know those are two notorious tearjerkers. I've experienced a lot of other things that have made me cry in this game, however. Grave opens fire, but Rappy turns her head slightly to the side to dodge the bullet. Boom! As the bullet streaks through the air, it detonates with a blast, scattering countless shards of crystals in its wake.
Tell me, what is she doing here?
Ooh. Grave closes the lid of the coffin and picks it back up. I passed Overzone and New Year New Sword. My heart has been rotten for a long time. New Year New Sword made me very melancholic. It was sad, but I didn't cry. I was just like, oh, these are feels. These are feels I'm experiencing right now. But I did not cry. With Overzone, I also didn't cry, but there I was broken. I was full-on broken from Overzone. I felt hollow inside because of how emotionally damaging Overzone was. For some crazy reason, Dirty Backyard gave me the motivation to keep fighting. I mean, like, it makes sense to me. Don't let the outside world trying to kick you down, don't let it happen. Fucking stand up for what it is that you want. And if people turn their back on you like that, then I mean, hey, what are they to you at this point? I relate a lot to Moran because she's got a very paladin mentality.
What are you doing carrying around a heretic?
Huh!
Don't call her that.
Tell me what you're doing with a heretic.
Oh, Rappy, you don't know. For the Mother of the Year.
I said, don't call her that.
Rappy, you don't know. You don't know. I mean, no one else playing also knew at the time of this releasing. Nobody knew. Please, Deb, let Moran have a swimsuit.
Let's keep the momentum going.
I mean, Moran with a swimsuit? That would be nice. I mean, Sakura has a summer alt. Maybe Moran will get a summer alt.
Let's keep the momentum going.
And if she doesn't get a summer alt, then, well, a skin would at least be good. Actually, yeah, Sakura and Rosanna both have summer alts. They both have summer alts, and Moran doesn't. Moran is due for a summer alt, then. Damn. Grave fires off a barrage of shots. Oh my god, it's like a comic book! Or like a manga. But Rappy deftly dodges all the attacks and returns fire whenever there's a pause in the fusillade. Please let Eula rest for a while. I mean, I have not experienced much with Eula, so I can't say anything there.
I can't believe it.
Rappy, what are you doing?
She shouldn't be here. No, she shouldn't be anywhere at all.
Humans are deceitful.
So now you consider me a human? I'm not sure if I should be happy to hear that or not.
Oh, I want to see this whole. I want to see the whole manga panel. Sensing an opening, Rappy crouches down and charges at Grave, closing the distance between them.
My weapons aren't doing anything, so I'll have to resort to my fists.
One punch Rappy. Damn it, we don't get to see the whole manga panel. Holy shit! Oh my god! Grave slams the box in her hand into the charging Rappy. Rappy's body contorts as she is pinned in the ground.
I didn't think you'd be able to swing something so heavy.
She's swinging something that has Cinderella in it.
Time to die.
Oh my god, she's so fucking cool. Grave places the barrel of her gun on Rappy's stomach. And puts her finger on the trigger. That is so fucking sick. That is so cool. Hang on, let me just screenshot this. Let's go, Mom. No, our wife is getting beat up! Grave beats Rappy. Grave! Don't shoot! I beg you!
You're human.
Why are you two fighting like this?
She insulted.
You're not ready for anything that comes next? I'm not. I very much am not.
My treasure. She insulted my mission.
If that's what you're doing all this for.
And it's my mission to destroy it.
Seems my nap ended at a good moment. Yeah! Welcome back, Nara. Rappy's body begins to turn a reddish hue. Oh! Oh! Oh, that is so cool! The fact they styled this like a manga. That's awesome! That's so cool! You're slandering my daughter. She's turning into...
It's over.
Oh my god. Rappy grabs the barrel of the gun with one hand.
What the?
Red Hood! Rappy tosses the gun away with all her strength, sending Grave flying backwards into the wall. Yo! They did not have to go this hard with the making it manga panels! This is so fucking sick! Only the tips are red though, interesting. Yeah. Rappy leaps and closes in on Grave, aiming a roundhouse kick at Grave's abdomen. Oh! The wall behind Grave shatters into splinters, sending debris flying everywhere. Oh! Grave staggers on the verge of collapse. This is so fucking sick. I really wish I could just do snipping tool. Well, not snipping tool, just full screenshot. Rappy steps back a few paces.
Give it back! We cannot allow that thing to exist!
Red Hood? It can't be. It can't be. So, you've stolen the dead.
Oh, this is so fucking irreconcilable. Rappy thinks that Grave is harboring a heretic, and Grave thinks that Rappy is fucking stolen from Red Hood.
Insulting my mission wasn't enough. You must also defile the heroes of the past. Die.
Oh my god. Misunderstanding. It all started there. This is all Red Shoes' fault, by the way. Remember that. Get her ass, Greg. No, that's our wife!
Die and repent.
Anise, here! Don't you move, or we'll blow you to Kingdom Come!
Hi, guys. Don't say that name, it doesn't exist.
Just you wait. I shall see you dead.
Grave carries the coffin and the box before vanishing without a trace. Rappy's hair returns to its original color. Rappy!
I'm fine. Just exhausted.
Yeah.
I don't appear to be overheating like before.
Rappy! Commander!
How did you two find
How
us?
could we not? With all that ruckus? Did you get into a fight with the unknown?
I explained what happened to Anise and Neon.
Heretic was inside the coffin? And Rappy used Red Hood? Thought you couldn't use that anymore.
Compared to before.
She couldn't become
power.
Red Hood.
It feels more stable this time around.
You've taken that power and made it your own. If that's the case, awesome. But how did you know that what you saw was a heretic? You've seen her before?
I'm certain of it. I even knew her name. Although, I'm not sure how.
Red Hood.
I can only assume it has something to do with Red Hood.
It's coming. Yes, perhaps it's one of Red Hood's memories.
That was my guess. Where are the others?
They're waiting up ahead.
What is it? What's with that look? Guys?
We found hammering.
What? Is she okay? No.
Let's go. Come and see for yourself.
She's dead. She's a crystal zombie now or something. She's fucking dead.
Come on, let's
Only
go.
2 fights to get to the next cutscene. Thank fuck! I do not want to wait long for these moments.
You can leave this to me. Trust me.
Bro, it's so sad the fact that this is how, like, this is so tragic how this is unfolding.
Down with those who would threaten the kingdom. Focus our attack.
Reload.
Grave needs more love. Don't get me wrong, I fucking love Grave. But it's just so fucking tragic how this is, how it's how everything's unfolding.
Target clear.
Just seeing how all these pieces are falling into place to have moments, to have this kind of moment. Absolutely fucking insane, dude.
All right, moving in.
Watch over me.
Down with those who would threaten all gun for selfie. Fire!
Oh, hey. I thought that was one of the shielded guys.
How heavy your burden has been.
Actually, yeah, I forgot. I have YouTube chat on. I can turn,
Down with those who would threaten the kingdom.
yeah, I have both chats on, yeah. Graves stays a badass like every damn chapter, it feels like. I mean, that's because she is. She's a badass mama.
With this, we're one step closer to our dream.
I just am in love with the fact that that moment there was all in grayscale manga panels. That was fucking sick.
Proceeding to target.
The stylization in that was incredible. Because the Red Hood stands out so much. You can even see the dirt on Hammering's face. Then why she's not getting any votes. I know exactly why she's not getting any votes. One. Because we've all fucking seen Rappy at this point. Wait. Everything for my daughter means everything, yeah. We've gone through Footstep Walk Run. And people have seen Rappy pop the fuck off, and she's been with us this entire time. That's why Rappy's in the running. Want to know what the coloring of those scenes reminds me of? Go ahead. But yeah, that's why Rappy's in the top 5. With Cinderella, Old Tales is a fucking tearjerker, and it's incredibly sad. And not only that, Cinderella is beautiful and probably one of the sexiest characters in Nikke while remaining tasteful. Slay the Princess, same colors, right? Yeah, uh-huh. Where the red is a big accent on the black and white. But yeah, Cinderella has Old Tales as appeal. And the fact that a lot of people fell in love with her immensely over realizing the truth of her story. Then with Crown, like, come on. If you've played Last Kingdom, you know how fucking great Crown is. Both in terms of being a badass, being a sweetie, being just a sweetie, and also being a fucking dumbass. That's 3, 4, 0. Thank you for the subscription on YouTube. Hope that you enjoy the rest of the content. And I hope to see more of you in future streams. And I will be sure to have YouTube chat open and not just rely on the multi-chat in OBS. For the top 5, 3 people on the left sat drinking tea and watching the 2 people fight. Yes, with Dorothy, if you played through... I mean, there's, first of all, just the Doro memes. People are gonna vote for Dorothy just off of Doro memes alone. But then also, if you've experienced her throughout the story, both in Overzone and MSQ, Dorothy is an incredibly compelling character. She's so fucking interesting. And she's also very, very pretty. So, of course. And then for Scarlet, I mean, Ratana does an amazing performance for Scarlet. She is so fucking iconic. She's very uniquely designed, very pretty, very unique in terms of her design as a Nikke. And she's also very wise, and it's funny to be like, you know, like, the just drunk aunt. Now, granted, I think Grave should be in the top 5 and not Dorothy, but I can understand why Dorothy gets as many votes as she does. Overzone makes us see Dorothy differently too much. We see Dorothy actually be vulnerable and emotionally scarred, and it gives us context as to why she's acting the way she does in the MSQ. So, like, I understand why all the votes are there. I just think Grave should be in the top 5 and not Dorothy. But that's me. I still understand. Anyways, back to what's about to happen. Hammering's body is slumped against the wall, as if paralyzed. She merely stares at me and smiles. Although she might seem fine on the outside, chances are her insides. Hammering.
You came. I'd love to give you a big hug, but I can't move.
You're still in the mood for jokes, aren't you?
How's my condition?
You've nearly been devoured by those accursed crystals.
Yeah, you should have amputated your arm when you had the chance, Hammering. Give me back my wings. The hurt and desperate voice still echoes in our heads. Yeah. Yeah, no, that was a haunting experience. Genuinely haunting.
While they haven't quite reached your core, your insides are practically stuffed with them. They've pierced through your back and attached themselves to the wall.
Oh, that... ugh.
Ah, so that's why I couldn't get up. I thought I was imagining things. So what happens now?
I don't know.
I think
Either you live or die.
we're gonna have to decapitate her. Those crystals are gonna keep working their way to her core. And there's nothing we can do about it at this point. We're gonna have to decapitate her.
Well, I certainly don't want to die.
I know that.
When my arm got bad, I tried to detach it.
Okay.
But it didn't go well. I was too scared.
So Nikke's do have that self-harm inhibition in them, just as we do. Saying I got scared is definitely a character's way of saying it, but that I'm interpreting that as even Nikke, because Nikke still have human brains, they still have that internal inhibition to harm yourself.
I just couldn't bring myself to do it.
I understand.
Eleg, the operation device is broken. Can you fix it?
What seems to be the issue? I can't guarantee it if it's completely broken.
I think it took some water damage.
That should be an easy fix. Give it here.
I mean, it's still a human brain. Suicide isn't easy. Yeah. Yeah, believe me, I have dealt with many people who were suicidal in my life. That's why you know, like, blatant suicide jokes are the one type of joke that I am never comfortable with. Sure, when people say, you know, like, they jokingly or, like, angrily in the fit of, you know, like, some gamer rage say they're gonna kill themselves, I don't mind that. But when people make deliberate, active suicide jokes, that is the one type of joke that I have a hard line on, because well, thankfully no one has killed themselves with me knowing them. The fact that I've dealt with enough people who were like that, and one of which I was very close with until I wasn't, it is the one topic I do not tolerate any jokes on. Everything else is more of a case-by-case basis as to how someone is approaching it. Not having that block in her brain would be an easy way to have a mind switch. Yeah, exactly. Just don't install Boom, alright?
Give me some credit, will you?
She was gonna install Boom. I crouched down in front of Hammering. Hammering? We're gonna get you off this wall. But it's probably gonna hurt.
I figured.
I'd like to digress a bit. Which NPC did you vote for? Fuck, which NPC did I vote for? Fuck. Oh yeah, I voted for EH. I voted for EH. Because she was so fucking interesting to me. She was so fucking cool, and she was so goddamn interesting as a character. From the little bit we had. I voted Consi? Yeah, for obvious reasons. Yeah, no, I voted for EH. I really want to see EH as a Nikke. I want to see her come back. She was so fucking cool.
Just make it quick.
Liverin, Fragile, you two hold on to Hammering. Drilly and Rappy, break the crystals. The rest of you, cover us.
Roger. All right. Here we go.
EH is in the hands of Ingrid's mama. We can trust it. Yeah, no, I'm excited for when EH becomes a Nikke. and she comes back into the story.
Hang in there. It'll be over soon.
It feels like I'm being stabbed from the inside.
The
Ugh.
crystals seem to be affecting the nerve sensors.
We need to decapitate her.
You fool. It's your own stupidity that got you into this mess.
I thought you liked living that way. Drilly.
I do.
Aww. A moment later.
There. You're free. Can you walk?
My body feels really heavy. It's a bit cumbersome to walk, but I can handle it.
In other words, you can't walk.
No, look at me.
Oh, the crystal cracking. Oh.
Sounds a bit strange when I walk, and my movements are a bit choppy, like in an old video game. But at least I'm mobile.
Please stop saying this nonsense.
Here you are, Commander.
You fixed it? Thanks.
You're welcome.
Shifty, do you read me?
Loud and clear. I thought something bad had happened to you.
We're gonna have an... Oh yeah, I hit dismiss, not snooze, okay. I am gonna snooze the ads that are gonna be coming up because... I don't know if the cutscene's gonna end properly in time, and I'm gonna want to pee at a certain point. Actually, no, I'm not gonna snooze them, actually. If the ads play by the time we're done, yeah. We've rescued the away team, so we're heading back now.
Okay, great. How's hammering?
Not great. The crystals have devoured most of her body.
I see.
Taking her to the Ark isn't feasible, so we're heading to Reclamation Site 01. Can we expect any support in terms of personnel or equipment?
I'll put in a request, but I'm not sure what it'll amount to.
Bureaucracy. Thanks.
Are we heading back now?
Yes, we've accomplished our goal.
All right. I'll lead the way. Fortunately, the crystals aren't expanding like they were before, so we should be able to return safely.
Huh?
The only question is, how do we get back up the tunnel?
Things at the Ark have calmed down, so transportation robots will be provided.
Oh, that's good.
I also set up ropes and footsteps in the tunnel as we came down. It'll be a bit of a challenge, but we should be able to climb up.
Nicely done, Drilly. You think of everything. Let's get going. Fragile, you're up.
Sus.
Okay.
Okay, thankfully the cutscene ended before the ad break happened, so I now need to go back and pee again because
Believe in your king.
I really been needing to. Oh yeah, we actually have a fight to do, so I shall be right back.
Down with those who would threaten the keep the momentum going.
I'm just gonna hit pause so that way you guys have music and it's not gonna be weird for the gameplay sounds to be playing in the BRB. Be right back. Alright. We're back. Ad break isn't done yet, but we just are gonna be doing a fight, so it's fine. Ugh. I've not had to piss twice during a stream before. That's a little rare. Hey, yo, they just released Piss 2. Hello? What?! Okay. I see how it is.
They are as candles, the better burnt out.
Why don't they just develop something like an infinite magnet? Sorry, down with those who would threaten the kingdom.
You have a funny story
That was simple enough.
about your gacha? What is your funny story? Go ahead. Do feel free to share with the class.
Show them no quarter.
And then I can tell you one of the bits that happened with my gacha luck.
Sorry, down with
I even have a short about it.
no quarter. Better.
Which actually, I'm curious. What's the view count on that short right now?
See that?
All right, it's
I'm
only at
strong,
4 right now.
But my comrades are stronger.
All right, I need to go back here so that way I can actually see your message. Considering the multi-chat is a liar.
I have something to say.
Don't even think about going back to see the Harmony Cube again.
Again. The first thing that made me start playing this game is I really like Drake, but the funny thing is right now, Drake is my strongest character with a limit break of 5. Nice. I do love Drake. She's my fucking villain. What actually got me into Nikke was that Naranja Citri in the Twitch chat, who is my head moderator, they were gushing about how good Nikke's story was during Old Tales. And I'm like, okay, wait, hang on. You never steered me wrong when it comes to story games. So what the fuck gives here? Because I was among the unenlightened masses who thought Nikke was literally just a game that people actively masturbated to while they played because of the ass jiggle. I was one of those people, but I took a double take because Nara doesn't steer me wrong when it comes to story games. And I'm like, all right, fine. If this is as good as you're saying, I'll give it a try. I don't know if I can't really handle doing another gacha because of my experience with Arknights and Genshin, but we'll give it a go. And and this was back in November when Old Tales had 2 days left on before it ended. And considering it is April 14th, 2025, I'm sure you can tell that I have been hooked into the game, and I love it.
Just drop it. I have no idea what you are going through right now.
Many people rush to judge the game based on the characters, but find out the truth after Chapter 0. I don't think it's just Chapter 0 that would do it. I think, like, Old Tales really fucking sold it on me. Because of, like, its writing. Due to a video Nara shared that's, like, you know, someone reacting to the first little bit of Nikke in a sponsored stream and discovering it for the first time, I saw, you know, like, how the commander was made to shoot Marion at the head in Chapter 0. So, it didn't hit me as hard as it probably did for someone who was going in completely blind. But still, like, Old Tales was enough for me. And, well, now here we are. In my defense, I didn't think he would ever play. Yeah! I mean, like, there was plenty of cases for me, but, like, you've not steered me wrong, so I thought, fuck it. We'll see how this goes. And I was fully expecting to be entirely free to play. And then Footstep Walk Run happened. And then I started spending. Actually, no, Ice Dragon Saga happened, and I started spending plenty of money. For me, I couldn't escape after chapter 12. Yeah. That's when things really were quite special.
If things are getting dangerous, it's best to sever my head.
Yep, she
I
understands.
can't do it myself, so one of us should do it instead.
You make it sound so easy. What if something goes wrong? You might die. But what about me?
Come on, nothing bad will happen.
How can you be so sure? You're being a fool.
Drilly, we may never return to this place. If we don't go back there and do something, someone else may stumble upon it and claim it for themselves. Is that what you want?
She's got a point.
I've come all this way and been through hell. So I'd like to have something to show for it. For our future. One where we can hold our heads high.
I really like hammering.
Is it possible?
She is a true paladin at heart, and I love that. Spent 20 minutes looking back until I grabbed Nihilister's arm, and I don't plan on letting him go anytime soon, even if he doesn't have a place to play. Wait. I'm now a little confused based on how you said that, because Nihilister's a woman. How long will it take us to reach the reclamation site?
About half a day.
Half a day, oh boy.
2 hours is enough.
Choni, prepare the brain shelter, just in case. Hey, translation programs? Oh, I didn't know you were doing it through translation program. Well, my bad.
On it.
No half measures. Let's check out the Harmony Cube.
What? Are we really going back? You've become rather gung-ho about this whole search mission, Master.
It's quite striking.
I need this political power.
What?
I'll set our route toward the Harmony Cube. However, if Hammering's condition worsens, we will immediately detach her head and return.
What do you mean, if? It's a matter of when. Sounds like a plan.
Thank you. Even if I die in the process, at least I'll die with no regrets.
Stop talking like that.
I really like hammering.
All right, not there. I knew that.
White City Erosion.
Proceeding to target.
So 4 more fights, the boss, and then that's the end of the story. Wow, this went by faster than I expected. Now, granted, I did spend 15 minutes extra last stream.
Come on, let's
Getting through the very beginning of the beginning of the chapter. Don't die early. You'll make a lot of players cry, you know.
Wait a moment.
Bro, it would be so not cool if hammering died. Right, I need to do auto shoot's not turned on. I'm so used to using auto shoot. It's fine though. This is still easy.
With this, we're one step closer to our dream.
Okay.
Proceeding to target.
Engaging with the enemy.
All right, not there.
Yeah, I'm gonna need a little bit. I'm gonna need a fair bit more power in order to handle 31. But if I handle 31,
My blade shall not be made.
it's gonna be an even more noticeable jump up to 32.
Sorry, down with those who would threaten. Let's keep the momentum going.
What level are you? All my Nikkes right now are level 246. My commander level, I think, is like 260 something.
Better reload. Oh no, I was just getting into the groove.
And my combat power is 324,000 right now. I'm not dealing with the hundreds digit.
Did you see that? I'm strong, but my comrades are stronger.
I don't know what the power requirements will be for 32.
I knew that.
If I have a 50k deficit at 32, which I don't think I will, if that's what I increased to 255 today, my maximum power is only 32. I assume you mean... I assume you mean 320. I assume you mean 320 something thousand?
Here I go.
Or your power is enough to clear through chapter 32, is that what you mean?
Get lost. I'm busy. Sorry to
Down with those who would threaten the kingdom. Fire!
Like, I think I can handle a 50k power deficit. From there, I think it's a lot more touch and go. But I would really want to do chapter 32 before the anniversary. And I know I can boost that further by getting an overload piece of boots for Helm and
Fancy a
finishing off Red Hood's doll and upgrading Crown's doll. Or I guess Scarlet.
Proceeding to target.
But at the same time, I do eventually plan on switching to Cinderella, so I guess Crown, because she's gonna always be used no matter what.
Time to show them what we're made of.
Sorry.
Down with those who threaten the
Let's keep the
kingdom.
momentum going. Oh no, I was just getting into the groove. Fully out.
Down with those who would threaten the kingdom. Focus our attacks.
Yeah, focus on the target. Ow. Oh, the passive damage. Ooh, okay, we killed it. We killed it just in time.
Fancy a drink?
Some snacks. The last one is over there.
Proceeding. Coming. Here I go.
Drake has all 4 pieces of overload along with treasure. As I said, she became my strongest character. I mean, yeah, I also have Drake at full overload with, I also have Drake at full overload with her doll maxed out, but
I've got this.
didn't focus on the stats of her overload lines.
Down with those who would threaten the
Let's keep the
kingdom.
momentum going.
And not only that, I did not upgrade the overload gear to level 5 like I did for Rathy.
As long as we're together, I will never fall. Proceeding to target.
Alright.
All right.
Last lost treasure. Harmony Cube observation log. Core output remaining 0.4%. Part of my body has disappeared. Ah, I get it now. So I'm being used as material as well. It's a shame that I can't watch until the end. But considering myself as the cornerstone doesn't sound too bad. Oh, rip this Nikke. The only thing I don't have for Drake is a maid outfit because I'm still a free player. I want the Race Queen skin for Drake. I want that skin. That is a cool as fuck skin. The maid outfit, I'm not big on maids.
Alright, not route them in their entirety.
So let's see here. The power requirement for this boss is 365,000, which means I'm at a 41k power deficit, which is a 1/9, which is about an 11% deficit. roughly. I'm just spitballing it here. So if we were to go through a natural jump up in power, yeah, I'm gonna want to get to at least like 350k if I want to get maybe being a fan of Drake as well. I almost broke and got the Racing Queen skin when it came out. And me, I'm waiting for that skin to come back around. Or something like that. Got through with 320. You did it. You still have Scarlet. Oh, then yeah, I think it's just gonna involve a lot of manual play. I would like to get more power because, like, the whole reason I'm wanting more power, even though I don't need it that much more to get through what I want to do, is purely because I don't like the idea of a stat penalty when already the stat difference is something that exists.
Not there. I
That's just a preference thing.
Rappy, this is...
Yes. It's the lost sector.
Mm-hmm.
It seems to be like this only around the Harmony Cube. Fascinating. The Harmony Cube is a device intended to facilitate the construction of the Ark. It would make sense to lay the groundwork in the nearby vicinity.
The materials all seem to be glass.
You're right.
I think it's to guard off the crystals.
Mm-hmm.
My thoughts exactly. The objective is to construct buildings, but that's no good if they get devoured by the crystals as soon as they're built. So, if you want to prevent the encroaching crystals from interfering, you'd have to use glass as a building material. I think that's their thought process. The building where we found Miss Liverin seems to confirm that theory. However, some kind of error in the calculations caused it to manifest in a remote place.
Manifest?
Take some of these.
Are you okay?
Yeah, just a bit tired.
Don't say that.
I'm okay.
You're dying.
This place is amazing. I'm glad I came here.
Let me take a look at you. Okay, good. They haven't reached your head yet.
Do you think someone is planning on making another arc here?
It seems pretty certain to me by this point, yeah. Although, I don't understand what would be the point of making a city of glass.
Shouldn't have very many troubles, to be honest. Just have to lock in. It's like, oh no, I have to actually play my Gooner game with an excellent story? Who perish the thought that I dare play this game, as opposed to letting it play itself for me as I am spoon-fed the story. How perish the thought that I have to do that. That I have to put in effort to get the story.
For tourism? Well, I suppose that would be rather unique.
Everyone? Now that we've seen everything, should we start heading back? This place makes me feel uneasy.
Hold on.
Can't blame you.
I'll just take some of this.
With deliberate movements, Hammering lowers herself to the ground, puts her chisel to the ground, and starts hammering. Let's hurry back. I think this might be as far as we go.
Yes, we should head back and rest.
Fragile suddenly reaches into Liverin's bag.
Wait!
Fragile takes out a small glass bottle from Liverin's bag. Inside the bottle are some crystals and small batteries.
Liverin. I knew something was up. Why would you agree to go back when you hadn't obtained anything?
Liverin, come on. I don't want the bad stuff to happen to you in Fragile. You may have fucked up a lot, but you don't actually deserve this. Round 2, fight. Sauce with loud sound and echo. The Vine Boom. I don't have it on a soundboard, but you know the Vine Boom. Sixo's claws run too deep. Mm-hmm.
Are you planning on giving this to Sixo?
Giving that to Sixo is probably one of the worst things that could actually happen. Because then Sixo could do something with these crystals, and then that spells bad news for everybody. And it shows Liverin is just as accountable. We have to make her accountable for her actions, but at the same time, she is under duress. And she doesn't trust that we as the commander can do anything to help her.
No, it's not what you think. You can't take the crystals back. That spelled disaster for the Ark. That place is teeming with food sources for that stuff.
Yeah.
It'll be fine. That's why I put them in that glass bottle.
It's not gonna be fine. What do you think Sixo's gonna do with it, Liverin? Imitating Ark for easy explanation.
I'm sorry, if you'll excuse me.
Liverin turns off to run off. Liverin collapses to the ground.
My leg! Gunshot wound?
Yeah. Fragile.
Fragile. Did you shoot me?
Oh. Fragile approaches Liverin without saying a word. With a fierce stomp, she shatters the glass bottle that lay strewn on the ground. How much duress and how much is it just her wanting to live that cushy life? She still wears the fancy clothes while Fragile is wearing rags by comparison. Yeah. Once you get a taste for what a better life can be, you don't want to let that go. Like Liverin's not a bad person, but she has sunk so deep into this pit. Partially by her own will, clearly, but still.
If you're going to spend the rest of your life in fear of Sixo, perhaps it's better that you die. Then you won't have to be afraid anymore. And you won't hurt anyone else either.
Oh, Fragile.
Oh, wait! Fragile!
Don't do it. Oh, fucking... Which is what makes her all of this so compelling. Oh, great. We have two dilemmas. Fragile's about to kill Livering, and we need to decapitate Hammering now. Crystal starts shooting out of Hammering's body.
The crystals are expanding. What? Quick, her head. What do we do with her head?
Cut it off! Rappy!
On it.
Oh, Rappy's gonna kick it off. Rappy delivers a swift punch to Hammering and sends her head flying off. Oh my god. She one-punched Hammering's head off. As Mustang once said, if someone on either side wants to switch sides, something bad is about to happen, without a doubt. Yeah, I'm not gonna say it with it. It wasn't a kick.
You did that with your bare hands?
One punch Rappy.
Check her status.
Her head, it's not on her body.
Pull
Yeah.
yourselves together.
There's a bit of crystal at the base of the neck, but the rest.
Get rid of it now! Get rid of it now!
Remove it? I'll try.
Everyone, Hammering's body.
It became another crystal bed. Another crystal garden. The crystals in Hammering's body continue to expand until it becomes a large patch of crystals.
Oh boy, we've really done it now.
Round 2. Fight.
Crystals consume electricity, right? Well, look what's above our heads right now. It's a device that uses all the electricity that's been collected.
Yeah, it's gonna want to consume the Harmony Cube.
It'd be the best meal it can ever dream of.
So they are going after the Harmony Cube?
The crystals are continuing to expand. They're forming something. It's a crystal chamber.
Everyone, prepare for combat.
All right, let's do this. Here we go.
I'm so nervous.
Me too.
You too, Miss Troney?
Don't you move, Liverin. I'll deal with you when we're done fighting. Although, you won't be able to go anywhere.
Oh my god. Oh, Fragile. Oh, Liverin. Another crystal chamber, hell yeah. Me in that situation. You again? This fucking song, dude. You can see the face in the electricity. I'm taking the left side. I don't know what that's gonna yield.
Down with those who would threaten. Show them no quarter.
Better reload.
Cool, I dodged it just in time.
Down with those who would threaten. All guns were soaking. Fire!
Look at that HP surge back up, thanks to Helm.
Why don't they just develop
Her burst
something
is
like an
insane
instant
now.
magazine?
I'll take the left side again. I don't know what that'll yield, but we'll do it.
Oh no, I was just getting into the groove. Why don't they just develop something like an infinite magazine?
Okay,
Sorry,
Scarlet, get it, get it, get it, get it.
You must persevere.
Okay. Shit, Rappy.
You are out of harm's way, fleeting as it may be.
Okay, oh my god. Please. Oh no, 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 please. Get it! Oh my god. I was worried. I was very, very worried.
Let's keep the momentum going.
Okay. First try. First go. Let's get it.
Securing victory for their subjects is a key.
Oh my god, look at that. Clean outpost level up, commander level up, and we get the 200 items. You need shotgun or rocket launcher to easily clear it. You see, Rappy has increased damage to interruption parts, which is why I typically am okay with it. If you shoot the right ring, you will get hit by a giant crystal ball. If you shoot the left ring, you will not take any damage, but the boss will give you 30% attack reduction, blinding you from the fight. Oh, okay. So choosing the left was actually the correct one then. Well, at the very least in my case, because, like, I was so good.
Crystal chamber down.
It's a pick your poison situation, yes, and I very much love that they're experimenting with that type of design now. I love game design. I love it when new design is made. I just didn't know what the right side was going to give me, and I was just taking the left side, because I didn't see any negative consequences. Any crystals remaining?
None that I can see.
Anise, take care of hammering. We're returning immediately. Rappy, you take care of Liverin.
Roger.
Oh. I'm readjusting your inhibitors. As of now, no one is allowed to fire upon other Nikkes.
Very well.
Let's go. We have to hurry. Fragile, lead the way.
Got it.
Ma beast. And for some fucking reason, you're free to swear, don't worry about it. My Cinderella did 1 damage. It's really bad because Cinderella doesn't use machine gun. Oh yeah, Nara, can you explain that situation to Zero? They can still see the Twitch chat and I'll read it out loud anyways. Enter the lobby. Reclamation Site 01. Did everyone make it?
Yes. Everyone has returned to the Ark after a detailed examination.
Was it hit-based shield unit or someone from Mother Whale? That's what I'm unsure about as far as what Zero is explaining. I tried to explain it based off of what I know from other people, but I don't otherwise know.
Safe for hammering.
What happened to her?
Her head is being stored in a special case made of insulating material. She's currently on the surface.
She's up on the surface? Where specifically?
It's far too risky to move her, so we have set up a temporary camp. The location is strictly confidential. Not even I know it.
Damn.
I only know that Drilly made a special request to remain there with her. So now it's just the two of them there. The bit of crystal left at the base of Hammering's neck meant they couldn't place her in a brain shelter.
Yeah.
There's no electricity. Why hasn't the crystal disappeared?
Most of the city's damage comes from her burst. You're better off using other units to break interrupt circles and such. Crystal chamber, not whale, yeah.
Small amounts of electricity are always being generated in the brain and body.
Exactly. Electricity pervades everything.
So, it appears the crystal is moving towards her brain, albeit very slowly.
Yeah, we need to deal with that.
Things are going from bad to worse.
We are hard at work making a new brain shelter that won't be affected by the crystal. Once we do that, she'll be moved back here.
Moving her here would probably be the best course of action.
We need to remove the crystal. That's how we actually get her back.
It's not like there are a whole bunch of people or resources that would be put in danger. Is there no way to remove the crystals?
There is, by cutting off the flow of electricity to the brain.
That's why we need the brain support unit.
This, however, would kill her.
What else can we do?
We are looking for a solution. MMR has gotten involved, and they are sure to come up with something. Fortunately, the crystals don't appear to affect the nymph as ordinary corruption does.
That's good, I guess.
Given that the crystals are a physical entity, I am confident they will be able to resolve this situation.
I certainly hope so.
What about Liverin?
I have not received any news on her, other than that she is being held in the detention facility.
A fitting punishment, I would say.
Nikke is having difficulty in reaching a verdict since she failed to commit a crime. When Liverin was arrested, there was an incident in which Fragile caused a disturbance. After being struck by an incapacitating round, she was placed on house arrest.
House arrest, okay.
Do you think Fragile really intended to kill Liverin?
I think so, yes.
She probably made the decision after having a talk with her.
What about electric shock?
They're busy writing reports. Once they're done, they'll probably be rejoining you.
They are the only party involved in this incident that got out unscathed. That's true.
What does the central government think about this whole episode?
They reached a conclusion a short while ago. I'll read their statement. The Crystal region has been deemed excessively perilous. Nothing from these areas is to be utilized in any way. No exceptions.
Good.
In addition, leaving these areas unchecked has also been deemed dangerous. Therefore, the area will be eradicated.
Oh, Exterminatus, nice.
I didn't expect that. I thought for sure they'd try to get something out of it.
That shows just how dangerous that place is. If one minor slip-up ended with a single crystal entering the Ark, it could spell doom for us all.
Yeah. It's like a disease. How are they intending to destroy it?
Various methods are being considered. But one thing is for certain. Absolute will head to the surface and execute the mission.
Absolute?
Oh.
Hey.
The special commander
And
will
he's
also be participating.
livened right up.
Oh.
Weird though, I thought the last boss of this chapter was going to be the mirror container. No, that's either 31 or 32. Well, that's either 31 or 32. And from Zero saying it's not mirror container, from their... I don't actually know what chapter. I know it's in the 30s, and I know 34 is where Rappy does the thing, so mirror container's not involved there, so it boils down to 31 or 32.
The burden of being good at your job, I suppose.
Grave is probably still up there.
I'd say that's a safe bet.
I won't let her get away next time.
Because of hammering, we also know the crystals can affect humans. Yeah. Shifty. What about Sixo?
It's just as Liverin said. There's nothing. The only thing we have to go on is that name, Sixo. And even that is most likely an assumed alias.
Oh, it's very much an alias.
Like a nickname on the internet? I think it's something like that.
Should we proceed to the Ark?
We have an important mission ahead of us, so hold off for now. I'll continue looking into Sixo. And I'll let you know if I find anything.
Got it. Thank you. So many things are happening all at once. My head hurts. For now, I need a break. You've earned a break, players. You've earned a break, players. Enjoy waiting for the next story element to happen in fucking... to happen in fucking 2 to 3 months. Well, 3 to 4 months. So we've got 420A, 420, what do we get? Pilgrim Attacker Boots and Pilgrim Supporter chest piece. Still no Elysian Attacker Boots. Still no Elysian Attacker Boots. Are you fucking kidding me? Come back in 3 months for the next story bit, Lamau. Just motherfucker, dude. I want those fucking boots. With the fur, with the fur. So how much core dust do I have right now? I have 3,800. That gives me 1,800. 2,500. Even if I were to exchange the blue SBs, it's not going to be enough. Just got to that life myself. Yeah, congratulations, by the way. The Ark, Electric Shock Dormitory.
Do you think Miss Hammering is okay?
No.
She'll be fine.
I feel bad for everything she had to go through.
She took it all on the chin. She's a real hero.
Yeah.
Do you think those crystals could become a substitute power source?
Even if they could, that's way too fucking risky.
No, they lack scalability. Besides, the risk is too high.
We didn't end up finding anything during this search mission.
We hadn't counted on finding something that quickly anyway.
I know, but still. It would have at least taken the sting out of how Miss Hammering and Miss Liverin ended up.
It's okay. We can always try again.
Aww.
Because I know you're not the type to give up.
Trony.
You're right. I'll never give up. I will show everyone what the real sky looks like.
I know you will.
Aww.
Just a second. I got a message.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. It's Sixo. I'm looking to purchase some information. Huh? Name the price and I'll pay it. I'm not selling. Thank you, Oleg. Thank you, Oleg.
Spam.
Spam! Thank you, Eleg. Thank you. The tech-savvy gamer Nikke knows exactly not to answer something like that. I understand that everyone doesn't like Crow after 22 and 23, but I don't because of this one. You can hate more than one person, you know? It's not... Egg MVP. Yeah, but like, you're not just left with one hate slot per fucking existence or whatever. I can still hate Crow and hate Sixo. You can hate two things. I'll be prepping the meme, putting in spoilers just in case. Well, you said it's for the end of the chapter, so once I get through these cutscenes.
I still can't believe such a thing still exists in this day and age.
If you have a society that has money, and you have a society where technology is readily available, you will always have spam. And even then, if you have a society with money, you will always have scammers. Not with Crow. I don't understand myself either. Not for you, for others that may be behind. Fair enough. Enter the lobby. Detention facility inside the Ark. The door of the detention facility opens and a phone slips through. 6-0.
Huh? Who is it?
Liverin picks up the phone with trembling hands. Oh, I'm actually nervous now, dude. I'm actually nervous. I got that like little twinge of nerves in my chest. Did you bring what I asked for? Fragile told me you spoke to her. Well, well. I'm surprised. I thought you would be trembling in fear. Yes, I told her everything. What of it? I pleaded with you not to. Why should I have to listen to a single word you say? Besides, I kept the most important thing from her. So you ought to be thanking me, don't you think? Well, no response? Don't you have anything to say? Thank you. Good. That's better. I'm quite disappointed in you. In exchange for keeping a big secret, I asked for one small favor. And you couldn't even do that. The search mission was too dangerous. That's not my concern. I figured this might happen, but I must admit, I still have a soft spot for you. So I'll forgive you for failing me on this search, for not responding immediately to my message, for talking back to me. I'm even going to give you one more chance to make it up to me. Thank you. 1 hour later, a fire is going to break out in the detention center shortly. You'll be able to escape in the ensuing pandemonium. What? Once you're out, I want you to bring me the one thing you got from the search mission. But there's nothing left from the expedition. Yes, there is. Her head. You mean... Yes, Hammering's head. Bring it to me. Oh, no you fucking don't. No you fucking don't. Oh, great. Fucking... Well, stream's dying on Twitch. Stream dying on Twitch now. Sorry, everybody. Sorry that my content's now garbage and unwatchable. This seems to be a thing on Mondays, apparently. Because this has regularly occurred twice. It's not dying yet. Oh, don't worry, we'll get to that point. We're currently at 3,000 dropped frames. She's having a panic attack. Well, because my internet is crapping out now, I understand how I understand how it's not even 9:30 yet. And there's still plenty of chapter 31 I can do. Drop the meme. Okay. Let's see here. I'm not going to pull it up on screen just in case there are people that are not caught up. You just don't learn, do you? Nice. You get a seal of approval from me. What's the seal of approval I'm gonna choose? There we go. You get a smile from one of the servers I'm in. Excellent meme. Yes. However, I understand how I can go to chapter 31 right now. I understand how I can. It thankfully doesn't say go to the surface. It just says clear 31-3. I understand how I can do this. However, because my internet is shitting out, and also, I don't want to leave myself at a point to where I'm going to brick some point in 31. I don't know if that'll happen, but I don't want to risk it. So, I'm going to end the stream here. For both the integrity of the quality of the content, as well as... Wait, Ingrid, please. And get it with Dirty Backyard. Wow, game. Thank you. Yeah, no, I made this my lobby once I got it. I don't think you'll brick in 31, but up to you. Well, even if I don't, my normal end time is in half an hour, so I'm not gonna get a whole lot done, and I would rather do it fresh. And also, my internet is crapping out for uploading, so I don't want the quality of the stream to degrade. So that's where I'm just gonna, like, play it safe and cut the stream a little bit short. I understand how it's not the greatest decision here. But yeah, I'm not gonna find someone to raid. We either have Peach, who's just doing web fishing. We have Narunini, who is doing just chatting. We have Draco, who's doing Age of Wonders, and we have Gray, who's doing Marvel Rivals. But that means we gotta wait a whole ass week. I know, but blame my internet, honestly. Blame my internet. In all seriousness. I'll be waiting for you at 31 because I won't be able to pass it anytime soon. I have faith. I have faith. Try running some machine guns if you can. If you got them at all. 0. But yeah, let's see here. Knowing how Marvel Rivals is, Gray's not gonna really be able to interact much, so I think it's either gonna be Peach or Naru. We'll be raided into. You know, honestly, it's been a while since I've raided into Naru. Last time was when I was playing Kingdom Hearts 1. So I think this will actually be a good time. So yeah, we're gonna raid Narunini. She is a bread VTuber. And I shit you not, she actually has a bread model. She's not using that model right now, but perhaps to prepare the eggs more first, or start with Naka. I don't know who Naka is, given your translation. How many times Naru has restarted Kingdom Hearts 1 since then? We can ask her. We can ask her. I will. Here is her channel, though, for those of you on YouTube who want to be a part of an unofficial raid. I understand that if you're watching me on. I understand that if you want to watch me on YouTube, you're not going to necessarily watch another streamer on Twitch, but if you're down for it, would love to have you. If we can get that raid message going, Nara, we will be good. Thank you very much. There's the raid message for those of us on Twitch. I thank you guys all for being here. I thank you for watching. I thank you for chatting. I thank you for stopping by, be it on Twitch or on YouTube. And thank you, Zero, for the subscription on YouTube. I hope you enjoy the content that I'll be putting out, and I look forward to seeing you in future streams, be it Nikke or otherwise. Tomorrow, we'll be doing Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader collab with Argent Domina, And on Wednesday, we'll be doing a Repo collab with Silver Witch and a bunch of other elves. So thank you all again. You guys have a great night and a great day tomorrow. See ya, everybody.